Gary said a good game would be if I got on the air and in one sentence had to say something to each of the show members that would totally piss them off and get them crazy.
Okay.
I said, I could do that so easily.
Go ahead.
I don't want to do it.
No, come on. One a day, then. And don't tell us when you're doing it.
I like those plugs for Kraft cheese.
Yeah, it'd just be like a show bomb.
Artie, you're uber fast.
Uber. No, I can do it, but then it leaves everybody with bad feelings, and I don't want to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, one a day, you know, so you don't have everybody pissed off at you at once.
God forbid the show could get awkward.
It's a new game show. You ruin someone's life in one sentence. Just make them crazy in one sentence.
It'd be a great talent if you could do it to someone you meet for the first time. Just on sight, you can make them crazy.
Well, Dr. Phil.
I can do that. I can do that.
Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I do.
People you don't know, you could just walk up to and piss them off completely.
Yeah, I might need to, like, talk to him for 5 minutes, and then I can do it.
Yeah, but Howard, you do that every day. I've seen you have strippers come in here within 4 minutes, say something that totally throws them.
No.
Gary, I've seen you do that. And then unintentionally.
Yeah. Well, Gary once said to me, piss Fred off in a sentence. Remember, and I said I could piss Fred off, and then I did it. And Fred said I couldn't do it, and I did it, and then Fred left the show for...
He walked out.
He walked out. So, I don't want to do it.
I don't know if that was the occasion, but it's happened.
I know I've pissed you off, and you go, yeah, go ahead and piss me off. Then I get pissed, then I say something, and then it pisses you off.
And you
no,
get
but there are times when I see you intentionally trying to do that, and it didn't happen. Which I'm sure you're disappointed when it doesn't.
I don't want to bring up bad memories, so I'm not going to say what it was, but I remember there was a day, maybe about a year ago or so, and you said you could do it to Artie, and Artie goes, no, you can't.
I remember that.
And then you did it, and I was shocked at how much Artie believed you couldn't do it, and how you did it immediately.
Well, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Was it something with Dana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Howard said I can
do it all over again.
Yeah, I know.
Artie.
Yeah, let's remember.
Artie.
I remember.
Wait, I'm gonna piss Artie off.
But Artie goes, you can't. No,
like, why am I the guinea pig? All of a sudden, he's like, let's get mean. I'm the one saying I believe you.
Well, you believed him after that day.
Yeah, and I have such a mean nature about me that it's too easy for me to do it. It's horrible. And who wants to do that? Why should I do that? It's a gift, but it's an evil gift.
If you were mean, you wouldn't mind doing it.
Right.
You do mind.
I'm a good-hearted person.
Because you have this ability, but you try to restrain yourself.
Thank you. That's why you're going to the Letterman show. And with Robin, I'm not going there because she can't handle it.
Here we go. Aren't I still here after all these years?
No, if I did something mean...
You never pissed me off.
No, but you get pissed off for crazy things. You're crazy.
Please.
She would expect her to get mad about she doesn't.
Oh, you be quiet, too. You piss me off, too.
I know.
Hey, you see what I wrote down on my paper?
What?
Robin will get pissed off if I say she can't take anything. And I'm doing it, and you're doing it.
But
Gary told me to write it down.
I'm not leaving.
Gets you upset, though, that you can't take anything. No one pisses you off because you can't take getting pissed off.
Oh, you kill me.
No, you're the only one on the show who's too sensitive to handle
All
it.
right, fine.
You are.
Whatever.
I don't know if it's the girl thing or whatever.
Whatever. Like I haven't been pissed off in here.
You've been pissed off, but no one intentionally pisses you off.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, everyone walks on eggshells with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
including me.
Fred.
Including me.
Fred crushes every egg you put under.
No, but no, you can't take criticism. You're very, very sensitive.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you.
Howard?
She's flustered.
No, I started to say something else.
I wrote down on my sheet of paper, I'll tell Robin that she can't handle any kind of
sheet of paper.
Here. Robin. Anyway, you can't see this.
Yeah, really. Come on.
It says,
what do you think
it
my
says Robin,
like?
You have to be treated special and can't take anything. And I just tested it out, and sure enough, you got pissed off.
I'm still here.
And there's my Artie one, my Gary one, and my Fred one.
What is the Artie one?
Yeah, go down. I'll take it. Go ahead.
The Artie one is easy to piss Artie off.
Okay, go ahead.
Dana doesn't love you. She's with you because of the show. Because you asked her out 20 friggin' times when she was a bartender, and she said no. And then when she found out you were on the show, she's with you. So you'll never be able to trust her.
That was a couple of sentences.
It makes him crazy.
Yeah, who wouldn't that make crazy? What does that say about Dana?
Exactly.
She's a smart girl.
Hey, what can I tell you? Hey, man, keep kidding yourself.
Okay. You know what? That really pisses me off.
She's a smart girl.
I'm only kidding.
Compliment.
She loves you. She loves you.
Okay.
She loves you.
She must.
Okay, bro.
What's up, Fred?
Bro.
Go out, buddy.
You say the same thing with me and Beth. You know what I mean? That's it. All right.
Come on. What about Fred?
You know, you want to get balls on this game. We should all get to have one line to piss you off.
You can do it. If you want to go there, go ahead. I don't like doing this stuff. But Fred, I don't want to start it with.
Oh, see, here we go.
I love Dana and she loves me. Let's move on.
As much as she can.
Oh, come on. Jesus. She's a great person.
The Fred thing is, I don't want to get into it.
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. I love you, man. I don't want to do it.
I've heard it 20 times
Seriously,
before.
though?
Go ahead. One more time to the well. Go for it.
The truth is, you'd be nothing without me. You never would have had a career. You'd have no life. You'd have no wife. You have no motivation in life, and you just come and work with me, and I saved your life.
So where's the insult?
There you go. You're insulted now. You think you actually would have had a career without me. You were in Springfield.
I had a career, not a great career.
See, now he's resisting. He's pissed.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's a horrible thing
He hates
to say.
hearing that.
What, just because
you would have had
just because you're the meanest prick on the planet?
See?
That's your gift.
I told you.
That's your gift.
He gets crazy.
But why should I believe you?
I wrote mine down.
You have your own.
I don't even know what I would do.
I have like 3 guesses. I wrote it down just in case.
I bet you it's not even on there. You don't even know me. You know what pisses me off about you, Gary? You work with me all these years, and you predict that you know me. And what pisses me off is that it's not even down there on the piece of paper, the 3 things. All 3 are wrong.
Okay.
The thing that I would say to you... See, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to bring it up. Because, it's going to upset you. B... It's going to cause a problem for you. Off. Well, no, it's just that...
Well, because he doesn't have...
Gary, all right, you want me to really go there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you do.
Come on.
He's so funny, man.
All right, Gary cheats on his wife.
Oh, please.
You don't know that.
I know it.
You always say that.
I know you do.
You don't know that.
I'm telling you do, and I'm wise to you, and I know it. But I don't want to bring it up. I think a guy has a right to cheat on his wife, not be outed on the air. But you asked me to do something.
It's a terrible thing to say.
Okay.
It's a terrible thing to say.
All right, whatever.
Who's he cheating with?
And
I'm not even upset with you.
Just a little horse.
Oh, really?
I'm not even mad at you. It's just a terrible thing to say.
Okay. So you're not upset with me? You are. Now you're pissed.
I think
you said say something that would piss me off. I just did it.
I think you're saying that to get a rise out of me.
I'm not saying it to anything. I just know you do.
Well, that would be the purpose, though, to piss you off, because that's what he said he was going to do.
I know you're being dishonest.
All right, I'm pissed. I think you would say
there
that.
You go. You asked me to do this.
Now take it back.
I take it back. Did you write that down on your list? No.
No, that one didn't make it on my list.
Yeah, okay, so you don't even know me.
I wrote, Mary hates me, I'm pussy whipped, and I have to watch the kids too much.
No, that's not going to get you pissed.
You're
immune to that.
That's just the truth.
You're numb.
I got to admit.
You asked me to piss you off.
Jesus.
But if it were true, it's just one night stands. It's not like he's got a
no, he doesn't have a gumata. He just, I know exactly what he does. Yeah. Sorry.
Don't say stuff like that, because it's not true.
Are you pissed off? Did you ask me to piss you off?
Yeah, but I can make up a lie about you.
So make it up.
All right. I'm not that quick.
All right, there you go. You asked me to get you upset, and that gets you crazy because I think you cheat.
Okay, that's fine. If you say you think I do, right. I don't mind that. Right. Don't say you know I do.
Well, I do know.
You started again.
Right. Why did you bring this up? do you want me to get people
I
pissed
said it would be a
off?
funny game if I
Because I've seen
If he weren't in it.
He goes, I've seen you get people pissed in one sentence.
I have.
And I go, okay, I can do it, but I'm not going to do it. I want to get everyone upset. So then I wrote it down so you'd believe me.
All right.
I said, Fred, you'd be nothing without me. Artie, Dana doesn't love you. Gary, I know you cheat on your wife. And Robin, you can't handle any criticism, and you want to be treated special. And boom, everybody gets upset.
Should we bring John in, or is that enough?
No, it's enough. I don't want to go there anymore.
It's enough. Get John in here.
Everybody has to take a turn.
No, I'm not doing it.
Come on, John.
I don't want to always. I don't like doing it. I do it when I need to do it.
Come on.
Come on.
One more.
Sweeps.
One more. We don't have sweeps.
Oh.
One more.
No. No, John's easy.
Is he?
Yeah.
What are you going to say to him? Just tell me.
I don't even. I'll write it down. No, I don't even want to do John. I don't.
Write it down. I'll read it.
No.
Come on.
Why not John?
Why is he special?
No, Rob, what would you say to Howard to piss him off?
Oh, I'm not going to go there.
Why not?
Go ahead. You can do it.
No, I'm not.
I don't care.
I'm not.
Fred, do you have thoughts?
What is it, John?
Hey, Howard, we got a guest on line 16.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we haven't talked to you yet.
Yeah. Where you going? Where you going?
Hey, by the way, John, just so you know, and I'm not doing this to get you pissed off, but I'm really not. But Gary got another Heineken gig because you didn't go on the trip, and a good one.
Well, he's trying to be immune to that. He steals himself every time that happens and just says, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I give you a hint. It's the same money you get to do the comedy gig, except I'm not doing comedy.
Right. Exactly. All you got to do is shake a few hands.
Yep. National meeting for Heineken. Just got to say hello to some of the people. No pressure.
It's great.
Casey's scaring me these days.
I told you, it's getting rough around.
I'm a little unnerved.
I want you going to the psychiatrist 5 days a week.
Hey,
How often are you going to your shrink?
Once a week. Not enough.
Can I talk about what you and I talked about?
Are his eyes starting to roll into his head?
No, but the thing is, like, Casey got sick yesterday, just like a flu-like symptom. He's just not feeling good. And he's convinced that it's the medication that the doctor put on. But then it gets even weirder than that. He told me that he feels like a lab rat because they keep adjusting it. And he goes, I said, well, you were unhappy before. And he goes, yeah. I said, at least now they're trying to do something. You're not going to get any better if they don't adjust your medicine.
They've turned me into a drug addict.
Tell me what's going on.
Oh, that's
You're talking to that microphone. Let me hear what's going on.
They turned me into a druggie. You know why I'm getting sick? You know what that is? That's withdrawal because they want to put me on something else.
What do they got you on now?
First it was Prozac, then it was Zoloft, and that doesn't work. So now it's Wellbutrin.
He's getting into the heavy-duty stuff.
What is Wellbutrin?
That's a real psychoactive drug.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I mean, everybody takes Zoloft and Xanax. You got to be real sick to get work.
You realize if we didn't work on the radio and our employee told us that, we'd all, like, be moonwalking.
Head for the hill. I got to tell you, your eyes are starting to roll into
I
your
told you,
head.
his eyes have started looking real crazy.
Dark and scary.
I told the guy, the stuff that you got me on, it's making me worse. It's making me more violent. I mean, it's not...
Because all I did was tell you didn't do the baked potato right, and you're ready to kill me.
No.
Really?
I got nothing.
You were shooting daggers at me.
No, not at all, man. I got nothing against you.
I've never seen a guy more resistant to getting better. Like he's like
paranoid.
He doesn't want. Like, he wants to get better.
You don't realize how sick he is. That's how sick he is.
Yeah, he's so sick. We don't even realize how sick he is.
Because I said to him yesterday, he goes, I'm going off the medicine. I said, no, don't go off the medicine.
That's sick.
It's taking time. They gotta work on it. It's not.
What if I told you about every crazy person who gets medication?
They go off it.
They go off it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Hinckley off his medication?
Yeah.
That's right.
No, do you know that people are not supposed to take pills every day
not if they're not.
Not normal people.
Well.
Not when your father's a gym teacher and yells at you every day since you were a little kid.
Dude, that's got nothing to do with
Maybe he
anything.
dropped you on your head a few times, too. I don't know what
Do you
happened.
think cavemen took Prozac?
No.
No, they
But
just
you
beat
know
each
what
other with
happened?
clubs.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
right, exactly.
Wait a minute. Do you know what happened to the cavemen like you? They died.
people killed him.
That's right.
You had to be killed from the tribe.
Weeded out.
That's back when rape was legal.
Yeah. You ever see like those pictures of those Ethiopian kids with the flies running around and stuff like that?
Right.
You think they need Prozac, but they don't take it.
Well, what are they going to do? They can't get any.
All the crazy ones are... Dude. Only the sane can live.
You're mentally ill.
Yeah, maybe.
So you better... I don't know.
But just stick with it. That's it.
I don't know, though. He seems worse since you went on.
Yeah, I am worse.
You know what?
It's gotten worse.
You're scaring me.
A period of adjustment.
Right. Adjustment. Yeah, this doesn't work. So take more of it. Take this one.
Me. And you're never going to feel like you felt. You know, you got to get used to what it feels like on the medication, because that's what you should feel like.
Yeah, don't resist.
Not like you used to feel. You need something, and you're going to have to get used to it.
Here's what happened. Someone called me up and told me that Casey's used to have the kids play a game called Armor Ball, where it was bombardment, like they would bombard them, only with basketballs, footballs, and any ball, and they would all throw them at Casey.
Dude, that was funny. Lonesome Coyote. That was funny. I enjoyed that game.
Your father did that to
you. And your father would throw the balls at you.
No, not him.
Well, he'd have the kids do it.
Yeah. But that's
to make you stronger.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Why is that
What's funny about it?
That is a pleasant memory.
Father with his son wants balls thrown at him?
How old were you?
Dude, that's what guys do.
No, that's not what dads do to their sons.
In your world, it's that I think that's a pleasant thing.
Dads don't do it.
That's a fun.
Listen, dude, you're mentally ill. You want to know why? Your dad was a wolf. Look at me. Look at me. Your dad was a wolf. It is. Of course it's your parents. And you're a sensitive boy.
No, it isn't.
And you're this sensitive boy.
How am I sensitive?
You're a sensitive guy and you don't want to face it.
You can't even get through a day without taking pills. How sensitive are you?
You're sensitive. And you know what? Your dad didn't want a sensitive boy. He wanted a pro athlete with nerves of steel who never thought about anything and didn't care about anyone.
And I do?
What's this poetry crap? What are you writing here?
Yeah. He wanted you to turn all that off, but you're a human being. You can't turn off being a human being.
And you can justify it all you want as an adult, but there's a little boy in there that didn't appreciate his father setting him up like that.
No, but
you don't want... No one wants to be the lonesome coyote. And if you stop laughing at it for a minute, you realize you don't want to be the lonesome coyote.
I have a pleasant memory of the lonesome coyote.
Okay.
I think
every pleasant memory
thing.
is a bad one.
I think it's a funny thing.
Do you think it's...
Let me ask you something. If you have a kid one day, are you going to send him out there so all the kids in the neighborhood throw balls at him and call him the lonesome coyote? Are you going to do that? Would you do that to your son? Your little boy, your precious little boy. Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't be.
Would you do that to your precious little boy son? Did you look at me?
No, I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you do it?
I don't know the kid.
I don't think we want to get into this right here.
Look at me.
He's going to burst into tears.
Would you take that precious little boy? Visualize him. You've seen little boys on the street.
Let me tell you why that happened. Okay.
Do you want to throw balls
I wouldn't
at
care.
your little boy? You don't care about your son? Your son.
It's a game.
Forget about it. You have a precious son.
You never answered the question.
Look at me. Forget dodgeball. Your son now. You get married. You love a woman. And out of that marriage comes a little precious baby boy. Cute as can be. Likes to draw pictures. Likes to sit on your lap. He loves you.
You hold him, you diaper
listen to me?
him,
Don't laugh. I'm asking you a serious question.
I'm being
and you take care of him and you love him. And then one day you say, you know what, son? You, the lonesome coyote. Go out there and let the little boys throw crap at you. Would you do it?
Yeah.
You would? Okay.
No, I don't believe that.
He's lying.
First of all, to shine a spotlight on a kid without throwing anything at him, is to say to a bunch of kids, look at this one kid. That's already tough enough.
Your son who looks up to you, you would do that to him.
You're not understanding why that happened, because in a school, you cannot do it to somebody else, because say the kid got hurt or something like that, they would sue him. They would sue the school.
Well, you know what?
So I was the one
So then why isn't he protecting you?
My parent happened to work there.
You're the human sacrifice.
Why do you think there's a rule that says you can't do that?
Right.
It's what guys do. It's a stupid game.
It's what guys do to their sons?
You play asses up when you were a kid?
No, I don't play asses up.
No, nobody played it.
Is that what your dad did to you, asses up?
No, I played asses up as a kid.
You know what? You're not being serious. You're trying to be funny.
I'm not being funny. I'm telling you.
I want you to picture the son that you now have. You now have a son. And you've seen young kids on the street. They hold their dad's hands. Look at me. They hold their dad's hands. They look up to him. Dad, I want you to love me. And you would love this son. This son is so good to you. Here, son, go out and let the kids in the neighborhood throw a ball at you. You're the lonesome coyote. Because you know what? All the other kids are being protected by their parents. They're a bunch of pussies. You go out there and do it. You going to do that to your son? Tell the truth.
I wouldn't work in the same place as... I would not be a teacher.
Would you do that to your son under any circumstance?
If I knew he wasn't going to get hurt, I would...
You would have the kids in the neighborhood throw balls at him.
I don't know if I would encourage...
Would you do that to your son?
Like, would you let your kid play sports? Yeah, I would.
I didn't say that. I said, would you let him be the lonesome coyote while his friends threw balls at him?
Humiliating.
Yeah, maybe teach him something about life.
All right, okay, now get out of here. Get out.
Serious.
No, I'm being totally serious. Why is that such a bad thing?
I'm going to bring in a 6-year-old boy into this room.
How about this?
Listen to me. I'm going to bring a 6-year-old boy so you can stare at him. Maybe that'll help you with this. I'm going to let you stare at what a 6-year-old looks like, who only wants to be loved by his father.
And be accepted by everybody else.
And tries to please his father.
Dude, if you came to my house and you saw me with my kid, and you saw the way he was running around laughing, you wouldn't throw a ball at him, even though he's not your kid.
It's not like an adult throwing a ball. It's other kids.
That's worse.
And your peers. I was practicing my athletic skills to try and dodge the ball, and I had more attention. If anything, I had more attention.
Get out.
You're blocking.
Unfortunately,
I'm not going to try and make you understand that it's a game.
All right, get out.
He is so invested in not hating his father, he can't get to this.
Why does everybody have to hate their parents?
Listen, lonesome coyote. I got to talk to my guest now. Get out. You're nuts. And you need a psychiatrist and you need medication.
I love you.
I love you, too. Thank God you love me.
There goes
the lonesome wolf.
I wouldn't believe it. The lonesome coyote.
I love you, which means I need to kill you.
Your diary I had. Love Howard so much I have to put Clorox in his chicken.
Yeah, maybe that's the diary you want to get.
All right. What's up?
Hey, how was the casino? I saw you up there on your vacation.
Yeah, I got to tell you this.
Oh, you took the casino trip, too.
We went to Mohegan Sun.
On the boat?
On Dominic's boat. Now, listen to this one. This is funny if you want to hear it.
Great.
So, I'm still thinking about Kobe Bryant. I'm thinking about all the stuff we have to get to. My head is exploding. After 2 weeks off, it's just too much.
And something like that always happens when we're off.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant decides to get in trouble when we're off.
I said, by the way, this whole thing that drives me crazy is the sponsors want to dump them because I never paid attention to a Kobe Bryant commercial. I mean, would you buy something? Because now I'll pay attention. Now that he raped someone or allegedly raped someone.
You know what? Well, he had an endorsement deal with Reebok, and they dropped him because he couldn't sell shoes. Yeah. Now he can sell
Now you sell some shoes.
Right.
I'll perk up when I see this is Kobe from McDonald's. Rape makes me hungry. I mean, alleged rape.
After a little adultery, I need a snack.
At the very worst, a little adultery makes me even move from McGriddle.
Rape, then McGriddle. That's a good morning.
McRape.
He's only admitting to adultery.
Anyway, so Dominic says, come on, we're going to go gamble. We'll get on my boat, we'll go to Mohegan Sun.
All right.
I said, Dominic, I would never set foot on a boat with you again. Ever. Because the last time I went on your boat, we almost all died. It was Gilligan's Island. The worst captain. You don't know how to read that GPS, global tracking, whatever that is, GTS. Yeah.
Was that Dominic in the bad suit jacket and yellow shirt?
Yeah, the guy who had to sit down when he shoots craps because he gets tired? Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, what did he have on, a black suit?
He wears a jacket, like a blazer.
He has a gambling outfit.
Yeah, it's his gambling outfit because he can he stuffed all his money in his
Oh, really? He's got
jacket.
lots of pockets?
And he's got a lot of pockets. So Dominic goes, no, I'm going to hire a captain to drive the boat. I promise you. Never hire a captain.
Where's he going to find a captain?
I don't know where he found this guy, but so so it was me, Dominic, 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗱 from Legend Porsche Audi Saab. Who I love Wayne because he sold me that Audi.
Yes, the A8.
The A8, and I love it. I love it. This thing has saved my life, this Audi A8.
You do love that car.
Dude.
What do you mean it saved your life?
Saved my life. It changed my life.
Who's the real loud guy?
Take it easy,
you're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead. Hold on. Let me say it. This Audi A8 has got the tracking system, you know, and it's got OnStar, is it called? Or
yes, OnStar. That's the one you called, the live person.
Yeah. All I know is that I get in the car, and I go, you know, I plug in Ross's address, which is in the backwoods somewhere.
Right.
It takes me there. It practically drives, it goes, make a right, make a left, and then when you're on back dirt roads, it starts to make an arrow pointing to his house. Beth and I used to fight in the car because I don't know directions, and I'd say, you got to know, and she doesn't know. Now she could sleep.
She can recline. She can lay back and go
Oh, my God. Sometimes it makes...
got the G, whatever that
I got the tracking system. It is the greatest friggin' thing ever, and it's easy to operate. It's got a computer screen. You just you spin a dial.
It's a matter of pushing a button. It's the
pushing
one computer
a button
that actually works.
It's so simple. A couple of times, though, it took me to the wrong place. I don't know, it gets confused.
Right. Well,
so then I hit the button.
Be the person programming it.
No. I'm telling you. Then I hit the button for the live person.
And they fix it.
And they they're in Canada.
Am I going to hear you on a commercial now? Yes, Mr. Stern, we got you.
Yes. What a great TV commercial. God, there I am driving a car going, God damn it, I can't find Mohegan Sun.
Because they have those commercials now on the radio where they're talking to a person in their car. The woman has locked herself out, and they say, we have you, and they open the car door.
That's what they do, OnStar. That's what they do.
Then there's another one where the woman, her husband is having a medical problem.
Yeah, you hit a button.
And they get an ambulance to come right to where the car is. They say, we see you. You're on the side of the road on Highway 71.
They can pinpoint you through satellite.
That's amazing.
The woman goes, she gets on, I hit a button, and the woman goes, hello, Mr. Stern. What can I do to help you? And I go, God love you. I said, I don't know where I am. I'm looking at some water. And I'm supposed to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
She goes, let me take a look. Let me take a look. She takes a look. She goes, okay, you got to turn around. You got to drive. You got to make a left.
I see the water. I see the car.
Yeah. I see a little brown stain on your white pants. You might need to wipe yourself a little better.
No need to be that nervous.
You're in the ocean. You might want to put on your diving gear.
Well, you see water, you're really close to Ross's house then.
Yeah,
what you want to do is put the car in reverse, Mr.
So I took Wayne, Artie, Dominic, me. We had to take Dominic. It was his boat.
I was going to say, wait a minute, isn't Dominic taking these people as his boat?
Yeah, no, everyone thanked me, not Dominic. Ross and Richie. All right. So
all guys?
All guys.
No girls?
No girls. Beth had to work that day, so I said, let's make it a guy's day.
Yeah, you don't want broads mucking up that good time, Rob.
Right. So Artie comes out. We're all out. I drive over, and using my system, my tracking system, I get to all I did was put in, find the nearest harbor. Boom. Right there.
The nearest harbor. You didn't even have the name of the place.
I didn't even need it. I could just type in Robin, and I can get here. So we get at the marina, and then I said, look, I am not stepping a boat unless I meet the captain first.
All right.
So I make the captain come out. What? He was a skinny little guy. You think he was really a captain?
You know what? I met him before you guys, and yeah, his family owns a marina. And
really?
Yeah, he seems to know what he's doing, although I did see Dominic show him how to turn the boat on.
Oh, dear. I'm glad you didn't tell anybody, Artie.
Well, yeah, because I went up to the guy, and I'm like, well, how do I know you're a captain? He goes, well, I've had many years of experience. I go, well, do you have a captain's license? He goes, yes. I go, can I see it? He goes, it's at home. I go, oh, man.
Yeah.
You have to keep your driver's license on. You don't have to keep your captain's license?
You're a captain. Why don't you get your teeth fixed?
What was wrong with his teeth?
No, I'm just kidding. Was he all right? I don't know.
He seemed fine to me.
He seemed fine. I'm just kidding. All right. So, nice guy. Yeah, really? So I decided to get...
Young or old?
I can't tell.
About like 40-ish, I'd say.
40s.
You can't tell.
Yeah, he looked like a young boy trapped in a man's body.
He was a generic-looking guy.
Right. He just...
Right.
I wouldn't know him if he walked in.
Yeah, if in a lineup, you couldn't pick out this captain right now.
So the captain, we get on, and Dominic starts belly aching that he wants to drive his boat, but the captain will sit next to him.
Like training wheels.
Yeah, like training wheels. Dominic pulls out. We're now 30 seconds into the trip. We hear screaming from outside the boat. We're in the water. We hear screaming. I look over. Ross says, look over the side of the boat. There's a guy in a dinghy. Dominic has driven the boat over the guy's dinghy, and the guy is almost halfway into the water.
He's on the dinghy.
And he's squeezing him against the dock. Yeah. The guy's about to die, and he's like, oh, my God, oh, my God. We go, Dominic, you're about to kill a man. And he goes, it's his fault. He shouldn't be there. He's in my way. He drove into the boat.
He was yelling at the guy.
Yelling at this poor guy.
Oh, my God.
So we go to the captain. Is this right? He goes, no.
No, we shouldn't kill anyone.
Then when is the captain going to tell Dominic, stop?
So then... Dominic, then all of a sudden, before we know it, we're about 25 minutes into taking this boat up to Connecticut to go to Mohegan Sun. And we're making the usual jokes, about how, when we meet the Indians who run Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, what you're going to say.
When we're at the table, we're going to be,
How? When you
me want wampum.
Yeah, you're going to be ordering all the fire water.
Yeah. Me take fire water.
Me split eggs.
Free
me
fire water.
Me smoke them peace pipes.
It was a lot of me. Everything started with me.
Yeah, it was a fun day. Guy's day out.
Yeah, me.
Typical guy's day out where you drink, you make fun of Indians.
You make fun of ethnic groups, yes.
Are you Native American? Me want something to drink.
You make me sandwich.
Me bring limo. So,
kill deer, bring food.
Yeah. A lot of that. That was fun for a while. Then I finally said, you guys aren't seriously going to do that when we get there, are we?
Yeah, you got to warn these guys.
Yeah. And Dominic goes, when we get there, it's going to be great. I got a big spread for you, everything. It's going to be, we have our own private room. It's good. All I want to go is for a couple hours.
Right, and you want to be in the casino.
Yeah. So, all right, whatever. So,
we heard you guys from across the other side of the casino hooting at the table.
Dude, we were loaded.
Yeah.
We were
a lot
hammered.
Of firewater. Were you drinking on the boat?
Do we start? No, we didn't drink on the boat.
We waited there to eat, and then there was drinking on the way back on the boat.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Wait, so...
I kicked it in the high gear.
Yeah, some of the guys were real loud.
Yeah.
Including me.
So, but you got off the boat?
No. So we're on the boat. Now, so Dominic literally ran some guy over in the water, which I didn't know.
Did you ever get that guy out of his dinghy? Or?
I guess he lived. I saw him.
I felt bad for Howard because the guy's wife was on the land, and she was looking horrified at her husband being killed. And when we finally got away, her eyes were locked on Howard.
Right. Howard's killing my husband.
Yeah, like I'm involved.
He wasn't near the wheel, but she's like, you devil.
So anyway... The guy might be, I'm not sure. I didn't read anything in the paper.
They don't even know whether the dinghy survived.
Then he's driving, and he's driving along, and we're going, and suddenly military guys in boats are coming up screaming at Dominic. Guys like
they're going to shoot you.
Like military people.
Literally, they had AK-47s.
Yeah, AK-47s, and they're yelling something at him, and he's like, what? He doesn't know how to work the walkie-talkie thing. They're telling him what to do.
They're on the radio?
Yeah, he can't even work the radio. He goes, what? So now he's yelling. So they finally get word to him that we're going past a military zone where they not only dock submarines, but they build submarines.
You're not supposed to be there.
Well, yeah, of course, and so they say to him, you got to go real slow, because otherwise we shoot your ass.
Yeah.
So he's going.
Make sure.
He's going slow. Then he sees them wait. He starts going fast. They come back again. You go slow. Oh, I gotta get Howard to the Mohegan Sun.
Don't they realize?
Yeah. He's on a military mission himself. Captain Dominic. So finally, we get out of the submarine zone, which means you can go back to normal speed.
Right.
And there's a whole bunch of people just, like, their boats. Like, there was this one woman on a small little boat, and like a wooden boat, and she's just sitting there, like, relaxing, sunning herself.
She's not going anywhere.
She's anchored. Dominic sees her out of the military zone. He floors the boat, which creates like a tidal wave behind him. Yeah. The woman's boat starts to rock and flip.
What about
she almost goes over in the water.
She drowns.
She's cursing him out.
What about the crew team? The kids rowing. There's a high school team of kids rowing the canoe. And you're talking 14-year-old girls, and Dominic guns it right by them, and we look in the back, and they're almost tipping over. They're like crying.
So now we get to Mohegan Sun, and Dominic gets on that stupid walkie-talkie, and he's like...
He's got to bring himself in.
He's got to bring himself in, so he goes... This is Dominic Pablo to 𝗪𝗄𝗿𝗱, please. Come on. So you see him on there, and I'm watching him. Whatever he's saying, whatever that lingo is.
Yeah.
And then all you hear back is... excuse me, Dominic Pablo, let him come in, Mohegan Sun. So now he's not getting any response.
He's in contact with nobody.
He's in contact with no one. So he pulls up, and he's going... What channel are you on? What channel are you on?
So he might as well scream.
He's screaming to the kid on the dock, and the kid doesn't die. Put it on 21, you idiot. And he's like, now we're already docked. He goes, hello? And they go, Mr. Barbara, would you please... Like, he doesn't know what he is doing. So we dock.
Yeah, we did dock.
We did dock.
You didn't kill anybody.
No, he seems to be...
Luckily, you didn't kill anybody.
In his defense, he seems to be able to dock.
All right.
Right? He seems to be able to pull in.
He knows what he's
went
doing.
Smoothly.
But you had to see, like, in the very beginning, Richie's face when we hit that guy in the dinghy. Richie looked at me and went, Dominic's killing a guy.
Yeah, it was true.
His face was white. He didn't know what to do.
It was unbelievable. So then we get to Mohegan Sun. Dominic begins... I guess they provided him with a limo.
Yeah.
Because somehow either he's convinced him he's a high roller, or he's dropped my name all over the place.
I'm sure he's dropped a lot of money there as well.
Well, it turns out it was his first time.
No!
It was his first time at Mohegan Sun. He usually goes to the other one.
What's that?
But there's another Indian.
There's Foxwoods is by there, but I thought he had gone to the Mohegan Sun.
No, that's what.
Really?
That's what turned out. That's what I got out of him.
Oh.
Okay.
So the limo driver is driving us to Mohegan Sun. Dominic goes, see, this is the weird part. He goes, I've been here before. You're going the wrong way. He says to the limo driver. Now the guy said, well, Mr. Barber, this is the way we always go. He goes, no. You're supposed to tell them that. It's taking forever. It took 7 minutes to get to the stupid resort.
He just can't leave it alone.
He can't leave it alone.
Gotta be in charge.
So the limo driver's a nice guy. He goes, Mr. Stern, he goes, by the way, I just wanted to say I'm a big fan, and, I have an idea for the show. Now Dominic's head's exploding. He goes, I knew it. He was planning the entire day to go the long way so he'd have time to talk to you. I said, Dominic, who cares, man? Let the dude say what he has to say. Relax. We're all here to have a good time.
He was a young kid. He was like 23 years old.
Yeah, he was like a nice guy. Wow. He was on fire, yelling at the guy, and I go, this guy's just going to crash. You know what? They're going to put duty in our food. So, anyway, we get there. We're ushered up to some room. And there's like 3 sandwiches. 3 really bad sandwiches.
There was nothing at first.
This was the spread. And we're all looking at each other like, hey, Dominic, how's this the spread? He goes, because he's telling us the whole way how he knows everyone there and they're setting him up. And wait till you see. All of a sudden, when he gets the 3 crummy sandwiches, he goes, I told him you were coming and they should have a nice spread. And he was dropping my name all over the place.
So
and he goes, and he says to me,
he had bought it.
Then he starts insulting me. He goes, boy, I thought for your name you would get much more food. And I'm like, oh, my God, who knows what he's done in my name.
No.
It was hard because there was 5 of us and there was only like 4 sandwiches. So I had one real quick and then I was hovering over the buffet. Should I take another one? And
yeah, it was awkward.
Yeah, right away, Artie's thinking of killing one of the people in the group.
Dominic's like, Indians, Howard's coming. Prepare.
Me want 'em Howard room.
So then we went down and we played craps, which is what I was dying to do because I'd played craps in Vegas for the first time.
Yeah, you got to be a craps lover.
Yeah, and we get down there and, I rolled a crap right out. This one craps right out. Dominic got the dice and we rolled for an hour, 15 minutes.
Unbelievable.
He was good?
It was a license to print money.
One of the best rolls I've seen.
Does everybody win?
Well, I don't know what... Oh, here's Dominic. Hey, Dominic.
Captain.
First of all, you forgot the best line when I almost killed the guy.
What'd you do?
I told him I was going to sue him for hitting my boat.
Sue him for what?
Sue him for hitting his boat.
Yeah. So, you really got to work on that driving, dude.
Robin, you had to see this guy's face.
Yeah, Dominic's still laughing about it.
Dominic's the Lizzie Grubman of the high seas.
Oh, no.
This guy had a look on his face of abject fear.
Yeah, I mean, really, the boat was just on his boat.
Well, of course, a huge boat and a dinghy.
But it was over the dinghy.
Afraid.
It was puncturing the dinghy.
On the dinghy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what
imagine the guy had to move over because Dominic's huge yacht is on top of the guy's dinghy.
You know what it was like, Robin? It was like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
You broke my ankle.
Number 2, I've been to Mohegan 100 times.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I thought he was there before.
Why the bad spread, then?
That I don't know, but I took care of it next Sunday when I went back.
Oh, you had a great spread.
Yeah, great spread.
By yourself.
So we went, Dominic rolled for like an hour, 15 minutes, which is most incredible luck. And you bet, you know a little bit about craps. You bet on the guy rolling.
Right.
Great.
It was a roll, and we were drinking, and Artie and Ross were wasted within 5 minutes.
In heaven, right?
Oh, my God.
It was great. It was like, you're by the craps table, free drink. They had waitresses right on us.
And then, we had the free drinks going. Then we went over to play blackjack, which kind of bummed me out because I'm not into it anymore.
You're just totally into this crap.
So we go over, and we're losing our ass. Then, right before we're about to leave, I just said, screw it, man. I'm going to throw down some money. I'm going to bet 200 on it. I bet 200, I win. I bet 300, I win. And I bet 500.
Blackjack.
Yeah, then I bet 500, and I won. So, all combined, I won like $1,600. Because you know me, I don't play for a lot of money.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, Dominic won a... How much did you win?
I won a lot of money. I'm going to give up with Artie and I spent the night and we're engaged.
Everyone, you couldn't help but win because of Dominic's role and because Artie loses. Like,
I lost $3,500.
Yeah, everybody won.
Oh, my God, Artie.
Well, you know what happened was, when you mix vices like drinking and gambling, by the end of the night, I was really gone. And
so you did win at a certain point.
After Dominic's roll, I was up money. And then
I don't even know how he loses.
I lost all this money on the blackjack. The last day on the blackjack, I had $2,000.
He had $2,000 and he lost.
I lost them.
He goes, that's it. I'm with 2,000.
That system of yours is amazing.
He's such a loser. And he's got a gambling problem. You think he can win once in a while.
Yeah, I got to get off. I'll speak to you later.
Oh, baby.
Well, gambling's only a problem if you lose.
So
So I lost $2,000 on the last stand, which put me down, like, I lost around $3,000.
So Artie can drink like I've never seen anyone drink and still sort of maintain composure, but Ross...
He's drinking a real heavy-duty...
Yeah, Ross tried to keep up with him. So Ross gets so hammered, we're leaving Mohegan, and Ross, we can't even find him. I'm pissed now.
Alcohol intoxication.
Yeah. We can't even get back to the boat because we have to find Ross. I'm yelling at him. We get into a big fight with him. Right? We said some ugly things to each other. Ross said some ugly things to me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It got to the point where I had to put my head down and walk away because I didn't even know what the guys were doing.
I said to him, man, you know what? I said, you're not being fair to us. I said, we're sitting here waiting for you now 20 minutes. We want to get home. It was bad weather. You can't, boating in a bad weather with Dominic driving isn't exactly my idea of fun.
Yeah, in the sunlight, he's killing people.
And he's yelling at us that he had to go fix his marker or whatever the hell he has to do there.
Pay off the... I guess.
Pay off whatever he has. He can't bring cash, you know. But he, you know, he's playing for that much money.
Yeah.
And he had to go pay it off, and he couldn't find the entrance. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. We all managed to get here. I said, it's not...
I can't believe this. You're out to have a good time, and now you're fighting?
Yeah, and then, I don't know. And then I said something like, well, I guess what Linda Lopez says about you is true, Ross. And then,
what?
I don't know, he had something with her.
Oh, my God.
I don't know, she had said something about him. Then he went ballistic, and he started telling me what Linda says about me and my girlfriend, and we started fighting.
God.
But he was drunk, and I was drunk, and...
Yeah, that's when I started drinking with my head down.
Oh, it sounds like a wonderful time.
Yeah. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. I wasn't that high. I knew what was going on. So then Ross goes to the bathroom. So I take a big wad of toilet paper, and I shove it in his, like down his pants, so when he's walking around, there's toilet paper hanging out of his ass. But he had this big thing, and he was so drunk he didn't even care. He didn't know. Because we made up by then. Guys make up. Once it was over, that was it. So then he's walking around with a roll of toilet paper out of his ass all over Mohegan Sun. And then I guess the toilet paper fell out or whatever. He went home. He was so drunk. His girlfriend was nice and gave him a massage. She pulled his pants down to massage him because he was so loaded. She found a wad of toilet paper in his underpants and thought he'd had an accident.
Oh, no.
And he didn't know what... He was so drunk, he didn't know what happened.
Right, he didn't know how the wad got there.
So he was like, oh, my God, I think I had an accident in my pants because I have a big wad of toilet paper.
That's a little too much drinking.
I was drunk every night of vacation, so I'm not drinking anymore.
You're going to dry out?
I'm drying out.
You're taking the cure.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
Well, you missed the ride home with me and Dominic, because we
well, wait a
ate.
minute, how did everybody get home then? You didn't go home?
No, we went on the boat. We got there. Oh. We found Ross. Ross and I are best friends again.
Right.
See, guys fight for 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was that everybody was laughing. You know, we got on the boat and went home.
Yeah.
Yeah, two drunks fighting.
Now we like each other, but just hate Linda Lopez.
I was going to say, well, yeah, it sounds like Linda's lost out in that fight.
You want to know something? She didn't because I said he's drunk. And
decided to forgive and say he probably wasn't making it.
Oh, of course not. I know Linda. Linda's great.
But what is Linda feel about
Ross?
That's true.
I don't know. They had gotten into an argument at the Legally Blonde premiere. I think Linda thought Ross was looking too close at my daughter and her friends. And, and Ross wasn't, though. And I think there was some sort of weird thing going on there. So Ross went, get out of here. I'm not, and so she goes, you're being a pig. And so they had words, I guess. But I think it's all worked out. I don't want to start any trouble.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You got to keep big one happy family.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
See, I heard that when Linda got mad at Ross, I heard that she physically hit him.
Did she?
Yeah, she punched him in the shoulder, like, what are you doing?
He wasn't doing anything. I was standing right there. He was fine. I mean, really, he was. Honestly, I wouldn't put up for that.
You would have hit him. There's much worse than her hitting him.
Well, I would have had Linda hit him.
Maybe that's what happened. Linda hit him.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about guys, too? You're right, when they fight, because Ross told me every part of that story except for the part where you guys argued.
He didn't even remember it. He was so hammered.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was a bunch of drunks fighting.
I just went, you better get over to this. I started yelling at him, you better get over the boat. Oh, you scumbag. And that was it. Waiting for you. And I go, what Linda says about you is true. And then he goes, oh, yeah, well, guess what she says about you? Oh.
But, you know, then he brings up Linda and your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Ross, you're vicious when you fight.
I think the attack was that Linda says that my girlfriend lives over.
Pow!
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What difference? I mean, I don't even understand why people would even be interested.
Who knows? Then Linda was saying that my girlfriend's so in love with Booger that she would leave me in a minute for Booger.
Oh, wonderful. That sounds like such a fun group to be in.
I went, really?
It was ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. It was so ugly. It was such an ugly fight.
Man, I'm sorry I missed it.
I went, really? Okay, whatever.
It's one of those things. It was getting so awkward, Robin. Me and Richie were trying to figure out ways to ignore them. So.
You know, Linda and Booger aren't even there, and they're having a fight.
Right. And I'm like, oh, yeah?
Rich, my blood alcohol level was like 15. And
it was so childish, because then I go, yeah, well, Booger was there the night he met my girlfriend. I didn't see her jumping into his arms.
Yeah, he's now in the middle of a fight. He's not even around.
She has to think that everyone's in love with Booger.
Well, yeah, I've seen women with that syndrome.
Yeah. They
Scott
think,
the engineer's wife.
Scott the engineer's wife thinks all the women are after Scott. It's just not happening.
Usually when you have that delusion, nobody wants your guy.
Yeah. Well, but you need that to feel good about your man.
Yes, if you're with him.
Yeah, whatever. Well, hey, maybe she wants Booger. What do I know?
Well, who?
Who wouldn't? Beth.
Oh, okay. She's just not going to tell you. She wanted
because Booger's the hottest.
She could only get you.
Yeah, she had to settle for me that night.
It did sound like a 6th grade conversation. That's why you got to go, listen, Booger doesn't want Beth.
Artie's mediating.
Listen, you guys. We got a whole boat ride ahead of us.
Let's make up.
And there's Cheetos and booze on the boat.
Oh, dear.
There was a lot of FUs going around.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, shut up.
What is it, Dominic? I thought you had to go.
Yeah, but you forget how ugly it really got. You were bombed. Remember, you passed out, so to say.
Yeah. But then all I know is I was fighting with Ross 1 minute, then I wake up and he's in bed with me. We were passed out.
Yeah, but Ross passed out.
Lovers who like to fight them.
Come here, you bastard. I'm going to give you anal.
Let me bang you.
But I'm saying, you guys were like right on face-to-face saying the meanest things. And then I started yelling at you. You don't remember that point? You were too drunk.
I don't remember you yelling.
Yeah, ask Artie. Remember I told him I didn't want him yelling anymore and I'm tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Artie sort of implied that it was Dominic who broke up the fight.
Yeah, Dominic.
Maybe. I don't know. I passed
Artie
out.
was doing a Dominic voice. That's all.
Yeah, Dominic was a little upset with Ross's behavior, right, Dominic?
I didn't want him hurting Howard.
Well, here's some guy who wants to talk to Dominic. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, good morning, guys. I appreciate you taking my phone call. I was over playing Let It Ride, and the pit bosses were all talking about how Howard Stern is over at pit 21, wherever that was. So I figured it's got to be by the high roller slate. So I went over there, and there was nobody around you guys. You guys were as loud as anything, but there was nobody around you guys. Nobody pushed anybody away.
No.
And, I was standing behind you guys for a while, and I asked Artie, I don't know if he's going to remember, I happen to wear a yarmulke, but not that makes a difference, but I asked him for an autograph, if he would mind, and I told him I would understand if he said no, and he signed my Mohegan Sun hat. Artie, you remember that?
Why is everyone on such a bad phone?
I know, but also, I don't know. Why are we talking to this guy? Does he have a story?
I don't know. I don't know.
You got a hat signed by Artie?
I do remember that, sir.
We remember you in the yarmulke, sir.
Yeah, so let me get my point.
Why would you go to Mohegan Sun and yarmulke? Why didn't you wear a full Indian headdress? Where are you calling from? Iraq? I mean,
my actual point is that not only was Artie nice enough to give me an autograph, and you guys are very cordial, but all of a sudden Dominic calls me over and he tells me to come closer, and he says, "Could you do me a favor, put your cigar out?" And Artie went off on him. He's like, "What are you doing to the guy? The guy's smoking a cigar. He's enjoying himself."
I remember Dominic was rolling. This is what happened. Dominic was rolling the dice. So now we're 10 or 15, 20 minutes into it.
Right.
Dominic starts worrying about his luck.
Right.
Like,
now he's got to keep everything controlled.
So all of a sudden, I'm standing next to him. Dominic goes, "There's someone smoking a cigar." She starts screaming and yelling, and he's I go, "Dude, just concentrate on the roll. What you can do is jinx the luck."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fighting with the guy with the cigar.
But with Dominic now, it's the center of attention, so he starts acting like a superstar with the dice.
Right.
You know, because he's the roller.
Let me explain. When you're throwing the dice now and you're winning, you don't want anyone to touch you. You don't want anyone to get close to you. You don't want to break the luck. See, I'm trying to teach you how to
break the luck. Yeah, teach me how to be a nudnik.
You know what? I've been gambling for 15 years. I hit, on Let It Ride, and I told Artie...
I can't take this guy's phone. I would love to... It sounds like it'd be interesting, but I can't take the phone.
First of all, if you're at a craps table with Dominic, how do you not touch him?
Yeah. Everyone wants to touch Dominic.
You're at the table. You're touching him.
I want to touch you. Dominic, learn how to drive a boat first.
Now, don't forget to tell her how when Ross gets the dice, and I don't follow you.
Oh, wait, I will. But by the way, Dominic starts yelling at the guy, but notice he yells at the guy with the yarmulke because he figures he could kick his ass.
Right.
You see that yarmulke, it's not exactly a warrior's outfit.
I'll get off the phone. All right, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
But why I mean, if you're going to Mohegan Sun, you're not that religious.
I think with the guy...
On Shabbos.
Through that guy's bad connection, I think what he said, if I remember, was he was talking about my bald spot. He made a joke about me. He said, "Why would you wear a yarmulke to the Mohegan Sun?"
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Because your thing looks like a yarmulke.
Right, exactly.
All right.
That's how then he asked for an autograph.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, great.
He's a nice guy.
He was fine. We were hanging out, and Dom was like, "We gotta get a special table." I go, "Not a special table. I want to play with people.
Right.
I don't want to be some special
want to be
table."
Isolated.
Yeah. Plus, when you get a special table, it means you're gonna play for millions of dollars. I don't even know how to play craps that good.
You don't need that kind of pressure.
Someone told me there's a website you can go on, and they simulate craps, so you can practice, you can play with other people.
Look, you know how I know that was fun?
Real people?
Yeah.
We were there for 3 hours, and it felt like it went by in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. We had the best time.
We had so much fun playing.
We had the
Robin. Derelict activity.
Yeah.
Only takes 5 minutes.
Oh my God! It went so fast. It was like like prison should go that fast. If they set up craps tables in prison, we'd go.
We were rolling.
Would not complain about their time.
Oh.
You get a little drunk, you start like, "Hey, come on, give me a hot eight."
So what were you drinking? You were drinking usual vodka?
Vodka. And now I think I do have a drinking problem because I went out to eat the other night. That's a whole nother story because Beth's on the cover of Hampton's magazine, which I'll tell you about, but... so they had like a party for her, which...
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, please.
I read that.
And I would never go, but I had to do it for her. So the thing was...
You know what I thought? I said, uh-oh, he's got to go to this party.
Yeah. Well, it was okay. We had fun. But the thing is that we go to dinner, and Jason Bin paid for dinner, which I didn't know.
Who's Jason Bin?
That's the publisher of Hamptons.
Oh.
It was very nice. The guy was very generous. We had like 10 people there. And I said, let me have some vodka. Just give me a little bit of grapefruit juice. They bring over the drink. There's so much grapefruit juice. I can't taste any vodka. I said, just bring me straight vodka. I start drinking straight vodka. I go, this tastes like water.
You've gotten to the point where even vodka, just the straight stuff won't stop you.
I said, there's no...
Where's the kick?
Where's the kick? God damn it.
That's bad if it tastes like water.
Yeah, I'm drying out now. Trust me.
Well,
I've got it under control.
You know what you did? You
going to some meetings.
I was drinking champagne.
You mixed the Mohegan Sun, which is really a
great day.
Yeah.
Vodka, champagne.
Vodka and champagne. Good Lord. By the time we went to the
No wonder you and Ross were fighting.
I wish we had...
It makes you kill each other.
I wish we had a video of us sitting at the blackjack table. We had our own table, and we were just drunk off our ass.
And yelling.
You didn't even care that you were
And me and Ross...
The Indians were like, no more firewater for them.
Oh, we had an Asian.
Meanwhile, we didn't see one Indian. Where are all these supposed Indians that live on this reservation that are being helped?
I think we screwed them over, too. I don't think the Indians are getting any money.
You still think
I still think some white guy is running things and owns that casino.
It's a guy named Joey.
Yeah.
Making all the money.
So,
there's not even anybody there in a headdress.
No. We had an Asian.
Linda Lopez says, you bad man.
Wait a minute. There's no, like, they don't play up the Indian thing like the waitresses.
No. There's no Indian flavor.
I thought our last blackjack dealer was Indian, but she was Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go.
I'm an Indian. I told you.
I said, hey, you're an Indian.
Hey, you must be Native American. She goes, look, dude, I'm from Asia. Shut up.
Have another shot, fat ass.
Idiot.
Have another shot, fat boy.
So so Dominic rolls for like an hour, 15 minutes. And making money.
Yeah, everybody's making money.
Then Ross gets the dice. Dominic goes, that's it. The luck ran out. I'm sitting it out.
So Dominic doesn't bet on Ross?
He backs out. Okay, fine. I go, but Dominic, we came here to play. What? That makes no sense. No. Ross starts throwing and throwing and throwing. Ross throws for like an hour.
Yeah, he kicked ass, too.
He kicked total ass.
He was winning, too?
Yeah, so Dominic goes, crap, I should have bet on Ross. I go, that's what I told you. We're winning money over here. So then he got in. But he missed out on a lot of winnings.
So he kept rolling, and Dominic did win some, but he didn't get the whole. So everybody continued to win.
You couldn't lose.
Oh, absolutely.
Artie, like 2 hours.
Artie managed to lose somehow.
Well, I managed to lose because of the blackjack. Because of Dominic and Ross,
He wasn't satisfied with his winnings. He should have played a little bit on blackjack.
And you only won $1,600 with 2 hours of
me?
straight winning?
What about 1,800 actually? Well, I only play for $5 and $10.
What are you doing over there?
I don't play for a lot of money. I don't put down thousands
even
of
when
dollars.
you win, you don't leave and you take it back and make another $5 bet?
No, I increased my bets. But listen, you don't understand. $1,800 is a big winning for that.
For 2 hours? You only won $1,800?
That's it. Well, I don't know how to play craps. I'm learning.
Wayne. Yeah, now.
Wayne was with us.
Now, do you remember the part where Dominic was rolling and the little Oriental lady came over and wanted to stand next to Artie and she went ballistic to throw her out?
Yeah, he had her thrown out of the casino.
And that's Asian lady.
You're right. Because
Asian, sorry.
Yeah, this Asian lady.
He's trying to be politically correct.
Politically correct.
Yeah, the China woman.
All I know is this little Chinese lady. She wanted to get in on the roll. So she was going to stand between Artie and Wayne. Dominic goes, well, no, we have luck here. Get out, you're ruining the luckies. She's berating her.
Screaming at her. The position around the table has to do with the luck, too.
You get out of here. Nobody else.
Dominic's yelling for security. Get security.
He's touching this little old lady. I go, Dominic, let her play. She's sweet. She's having fun. No, she's going to ruin the luck. I was like, get out of here with the luck, you idiot.
You remember the part where Ross was playing the boxcars bet?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a whole nother thing.
It's a one-roll bet, and he's playing it for $25 a roll. It pays 30 to 1, and he's playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it, and some girl who's serving drinks, really pretty girl, decides to come. Now, he's losing every time. I don't know how many thousands of dollars he must have lost on this roll. Some waitress comes over to serve drinks. The waitress, he sees this waitress talking to the waitress, ordering a drink. Somebody throws boxcars. Ross figures he's winning. He didn't put a bet down.
Because he's busy with chicks.
Because he's busy with the waitress.
Oh, that's funny.
He's going nuts. I had to bet. Now they're debating whether or not to pay him off because they know he lost thousands trying to bet this thing.
Oh, no, that's right. But, Wayne, you had it, though, right?
I had it.
Yeah.
What did that pay?
It paid 30 to 1, but I only had $10 on it.
Wow.
Boxcars is 2 6s.
Right, 2 6s.
Yeah, it's that's a tough bet.
That's another term for
Wayne. I took Wayne with me because Wayne's my new best friend because he sold me that car. And I love that car.
Right, that's kind of like paying to be his best friend.
Yeah.
Well, that's what everybody did.
I paid for my car. I mean, what the hell? He came through. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Bye.
Jay, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I'm a craft dealer at Mohegan, and I just want to apologize for the food service. But you know why it might have been so bad? That was the absolute worst day of the year. You guys could have come. It was the busiest day for us the entire year.
You're kidding.
Really?
Because of the Cher concert. And she had canceled the month before on a 2-hour notice.
Yeah, that was the other weird thing.
Cher was up there?
Cher was there. We wanted to run into her.
We were in the suite next to her, supposedly.
So they're probably thinking Cher brought you to the Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, right. Everyone's like, are you here for the Cher concert? I go, what Cher concert? You got to be kidding me.
Now that we know there's one, we're leaving.
Hey, Jay, are there any real Indians there or what?
No, I thought Mohegan was Mandarin for we're taking over, Whitey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
I've never seen an Indian there.
I know. Yeah, where are the Indians?
They're hidden.
I don't know.
They're under Mohegan Sun.
Me upstairs with Cher.
Me bang Cher.
Me bang Cher.
Sitting bull just
Me.
walks around with Cher.
Me half-breed.
Cher's the only Indian there.
Yeah. Yeah, Cher's an Indian.
Yeah, but if you guys ever want to come again, I mean, we have a lot of celebrities that come. Actually, 2 nights after you were there was a professional athlete. He brought his whole team, and we reserved...
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, it wasn't Kobe Bryant.
And we have other high rollers who aren't celebrities, and we give them their entire table and take care of them and everything.
Yeah, no, we didn't even want... We weren't looking for any special treatment.
They had a great time.
We had a great time. We loved it.
You can have a blast playing craps, man.
Yeah, we had fun. And the dealers are real good dudes, too, because they help you. You know, like...
They'll tell you what to do?
Yeah, they could totally take all your money. You wouldn't even know the difference.
Yeah, they got the best trainers from Atlantic City, Vegas, and Puerto Rico to come and train us. They're fantastic.
I want to hire one of those guys to train me.
Yeah, you need some training.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could.
That'd be cool. I got a million stories about vacation, though.
Yeah, I heard there was even a grilling day.
I'll tell you all about that. I got to take a break, though.
Hey, well, thanks for coming, Howard. Anytime you want to come back, just don't bring the bloated attorney with you, all right?
Yeah, the bloated attorney.
He's the only problem.
Get her out of here. Get away, the Chinese lady. Get her out. Throw her out of the casino now.
So what, Dominic only wanted you guys at the table?
No, there was a whole bunch of guys playing with us at the other end of the table. We had a you know, you have like an order to the table.
Right.
She was coming in the middle of the roll.
And
he thought
you can't approach in the middle of the roll?
Yeah. Because then the luck will run out. The luck. It worked.
I wish I knew how much Dominic won.
I figure your luck...
He's betting more than $5.
I know if there's such a thing as a god of luck, he's pretty much going to take it away after you berate a poor little Chinese woman. You know what I mean? It's like...
No, you don't understand the god of luck.
Well, you know what's...
Get her out of here. Have her arrested.
He wanted her arrested.
The Chinese woman punched Wayne after...
Did she?
Well, I don't think Wayne even knew this. Like, Dominic yelled at her to leave, and she left, and she looked at Wayne's back and just went, ugh!
Oh, really? She gave him a shot?
Yeah, she gave him a shot while he was mad. He was mad at us. And I'm sitting there with like a drink and a cigarette. I'm going, oh, sweetheart, we'll take care of you.
And you can smoke in the casino?
Oh, please, don't take that away.
Robin, you can start...
He's got to smoke.
You can start a fire.
Start a barbecue at the table.
They don't care what you do at the table. Although I did move my drink over the felt at one point. I got yelled at.
Yeah, they don't
like,
want
that you don't do.
You can't go near the bedding.
I was like, sorry.
Yes.
I'm going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. This guy, Matt, is fascinating. His name is Matt Paxton. And, Matt, are you on TV?
I'm here.
Yeah. Matt's on TV, right? Aren't you part of the Hoarders TV show?
Yeah, I'm the guy that cleans up all the dead cats and poop on Hoarders.
Oh.
Hoarders is this fascinating show, which I have to admit I don't watch. I sort of, everyone always tells me about it, but I am fascinated by Hoarders, like Ronnie, the limo driver, tells me about like when his mom was a bit of a hoarder, and she would hoard these paper bags, like I don't know, paper bags, like from shopping. Like she'd come home and save every paper bag. And when Ronnie cleaned out her house after she died, it was like he spent like almost a month.
With paper bags.
Paper bags, plastic bags. And Gary said his mom was a hoarder. She would just save like New York Times, newspapers, and she'd and like finally he was hauling them out one day, and there was thousands of them. And she started to cry, and he goes, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "I was going to read those." You know, like it's such a thing, this hoarding. Yes. And she would save your mom would save every box, right?
Ronnie and I were just talking about this in there. You know, like, so say you go to like Macy's and you buy a shirt, right? You give it as a gift, that box. My mother, and Ronnie said the same thing with his mother, there were boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes, and both our mothers had the same thing. Oh, when Christmas comes around, I'm going to use them, but they never did. Right. Then the next year, there were more boxes, and after 10 years, there were so many boxes. Right. That, you open my mother's closet, and one half, instead of clothing, were these boxes stacked up to the ceiling.
Right. Wow. Well, I remember when Ronnie's mom died, he would, you know, I said, "Ronnie, how's it going?" Because he said, "Oh, I have to go and, you know, clean up my mom's house." Well, it was months you were cleaning that house. And finally he said to me, she saved everything.
It was 40-gallon bags of garbage.
40 of them?
40.
Right. And a small apartment.
Yeah, a two-bedroom apartment, garden apartment.
Right.
Okay? And... you know the junk trucks that come? You hire them to come? 3 trucks.
Wow. From a 2-bedroom apartment.
Besides, but it was mostly shopping, paper bags.
It was paper bags, canned goods that were
expired.
They were exploding in the back. Like she would buy stuff and keep putting it in the closet, and the stuff would just pile up.
Right.
And when you get to the back, I was cleaning everything out, the cans that were in the back were exploding. That's how old they were.
You know, I just got one more. My friend had to take care of his dad's house. Again, I don't know what it is about storing stuff. You know, do they like the storage containers?
It's a depression mentality.
400 Maxwell House coffee cans. Right? You know the Maxwell House coffee cans?
The empty ones.
400, and they were filled with, some were filled with rubber bands, some were filled with nuts and bolts, some were filled with nothing.
Right.
But 400 of them, and they were like sort of stacked in sort of a neat way. But he couldn't possibly find it because they were all the same can.
How old a guy was this?
He was, you know, Depression era guy, for sure.
Because I think they see a coffee can as like, wow, this could be valuable. I can put things in it.
Cigar boxes they used to keep because that was a good place to put things.
My mother would take a paper towel, right, and she would wipe my counter at the house, and then she would lay it out on the side to dry. And I said, Ma, I promise you, the present's over. We can afford paper towels.
Right.
I found stuff, under the sink in the kitchen, there was like a big storage area.
Right.
You know the things like from the Chinese restaurant, the containers from soup.
Right. Like the plastic container.
The styrofoam things that, you know, takeout food comes in.
Yeah.
She would wash it out.
Oh.
And save them.
The whole bottom, hundreds of them, hundreds. Okay? Then I'd have to go through every piece of paperwork in the house. She had a closet filled with paperwork. My father had a business in 1959. All the paperwork was still there from the business. You would have to go through everything. I'd find money.
Wow.
Dollar bills, envelopes with $100 in it. I'd go through her drawers. I'd find these little change purses filled with change. You
know what was crazy about his story? His mom got sick, so he cleaned out the entire apartment. From the time she got sick to the time she died, the whole apartment was filled up again.
All over again.
Wow. All over again.
Because I cleaned it out once when she had a heart surgery. She had heart surgery when she was 75.
So like
77, something like that.
So you went in and cleaned it out.
I went when she was in the house. She was living at my house to recuperate.
How long did it take? Was she mad at you when you cleaned up the first time?
She got pissed off at me when she went home. And a lot of the paperwork stuff was missing. I just took everything in and hauled it out.
And didn't she enjoy having free space and neat? No, nothing. She was angry.
And then
it's hell for them.
My old bedroom that where I lived when I lived there was filled with like the boxes, like he was talking about.
Yeah.
Where, what are you going to use all these boxes for? Like she'd give us gifts at Christmas time. And she'd take the boxes home.
That's right. My mother said, you got to give me the box back.
Right.
That's a true story.
She put them back in the room.
Right.
And they were all there. And then she would go shopping.
Right.
and she'd buy shirts for me from, you know,
Macy's.
Macy's. She'd buy stuff for the kids. She'd buy everything, and never opened it. Like, in case she needed it for something.
She'd have a gift.
She had a gift.
That's true. My mother had a part of the house. This is weird because it always freaked my friends out. Like, I'd come over with, say you were my friend.
Right.
I'd come over. My mom started to talk to you, and she liked you. She'd go, excuse me for a minute. She'd go lock her door. I could hear her lock the door, and I'd hear her rummaging through stuff.
Right.
And she'd come out with a gift, an unopened gift. Like
Why did she lock the door?
Because that's the funniest thing, too, because we lived in a house the size of my thumb.
Right.
I knew where everything was. My mother used to hide money in the radiator, like you could pull the thing down, and I would hear her open and close it. And I'd be, Mom, I said, Mom, don't lock the door. I know where you're hiding everything. But she would bring you out a gift. Could be a shirt that was still, but the shirt could have been 20 years old, but still in the wrapper.
So Matt, let me get to you. This is Matt Paxton. He's on Hoarders, and as bad as these guys' mothers are,
they got worse people on this show.
But Matt, you know, Matt is one of these guys who figured out, all right, no one wants to clean up a hoarder's home because it's disgusting. So Matt started his business. You originally worked on your own, right? You weren't on TV. You started
I've been doing that. I've been cleaning up old ladies. All these stories you just told, that's what I do. I work with families to go in and clean it out. And the guy that was talking about finding the money, man, every single book, every single cookie holder. I mean, we found $13,000 in change in a lady's house. Wow.
How are you? So how did you start this business? You started a business or you said, look, I see that nobody wants to clean up hoarders' homes because it's really gross.
Well, I wish it was that cool. I was broke. I'd been a bit of a bender, about a 3-year bender, and was starting over and was living on a buddy's couch. And I was just trying to eat and pay rent.
Right.
And I realized no one would clean this stuff up. So I said, well, if no one will do it, I'll see if someone will pay me to do it.
So you get paid a fortune to go in and literally just, put on rubber gloves and clean through hoarders' homes.
Yeah, but now it's, dead cats, recycled adult diapers. I mean, it's not. We're not sorting through papers to find change anymore.
And it's probably, how many people work for you in this company?
Sometimes we're 6 guys. We've been as many as 50, depending on the job.
And a lot of times you hire like ex-cons and stuff because most people will not get involved in this kind of dirty work.
Yeah, but you got to have someone that's been knocked down that gets the mental state. And so for me, I prefer ex-cons and recovering addicts.
So if I send you to a home of a hoarder, what would you charge me? I mean, an average size, middle-income home. What does it cost to go in there and clean?
Starts about at $15,000 now.
Right.
$15,000?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's why. Listen to this statistic. Matt once had to dispose of 45,000 pounds of human feces from a home. 45. What? Listen to me. 45,000 pounds.
Where do they keep that?
Yeah, how does that happen, Matt?
Usually that starts in the bathroom. The toilet gets full, then the bathtub gets full, then the hallway gets full, then the living room gets full, and they get embarrassed, and it becomes kind of, I better cover this up. But the intent, which you guys said earlier, they absolutely believe they're going to clean it up tomorrow.
Right.
They truly believe that.
So
but you're telling me the plumbing is off.
Plumbing's been gone for years by the time I get there.
Wow.
And I guess they never feel that they want to call in a plumber because at first they start to they're like embarrassed, and then they shit. Once you start shitting in the tub, you're like, well, I don't want to bring anybody in.
Yeah, I always say, think about the first time you decided to crap in your living room. That's one thing. But by like the 500th time, you're pretty committed to this lifestyle.
Can you remember has this happened to you more than once where there's thousands of pounds of feces in the house?
Every week now, man.
Every week?
5 years of my life, every week. I'm in full biohazard now.
And so you go in a hazmat suit and the whole thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, literally, you would not believe in every single building in New York City, in every single neighborhood around the country, there's one of these houses, and it's a toxic dump. I mean, it's unbelievable the stuff we're finding in there.
And when you meet these people, like specifically the people who have 45,000 pounds of feces in their home, do they seem like normal people?
No, they're like Gary's mom. They're lovely women. They're nice people.
Right.
That have had a rough go at some point in their life, It might be 10, 15 years ago. Something triggered it. And I've got to not only clean up the poop, but I've got to also give this lady a hug and act like it's no big deal.
Right, because you don't want to embarrass her.
No, my guy, if I embarrass her, I'm out. She'll kick me out, and I'm the last person that's going to help her.
When they call you, do they confess, or they just say, look, I saw you on TV, I need a company to come in and clean my home? Or do they come clean on the phone and say, listen, I've been shitting in my house for the last 10 years?
No. Normally, either a family member will call me, or they'll get called in from the show, or an APS worker, Adult Protective Services, will say, we're kicking them out tomorrow.
Right.
So they're not calling you. It's always someone else.
Maybe 1 out of 100 they'll call. Usually it's someone that loves them.
And is there...
They've given up. They don't know what to do.
And is it like what Ronnie and Gary are describing, that when you come in to clean, they're livid because even though you're removing shit from their home, they're not grateful in a way. They're like, please, just leave the shit in there.
Yeah, I mean, it becomes a wall of safety. They're removed from the rest of the world, and it's really a wall of judgment. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be made fun of. So, believe it or not, that stuff protects them.
What is the smell like? Or maybe you never get to smell it because you're in a...
Do something?
Yeah,
I'm pretty used to it. It's a very citrusy urine smell.
Oh, it's not. It doesn't even smell like shit anymore.
No, urine will knock out. You don't even smell shit.
Really? Where are they urinating?
With the shit?
2-liter bottles.
In 2-liter bottles.
Oh, and then they cap it, the bottle?
They cap it, yeah. They call them plumber bombs.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's...
We enjoy it, though. For us, we're all recovering addicts. So, we need something nasty to get us off.
Yeah, this keeps you straight, huh?
It keeps us totally clean and sober because we get grossed out, and we really enjoy that, and we get that every week.
I would think it would be the opposite. Like, you'd come home and go, I've just seen the worst of humanity. I need to get high. It doesn't matter. It's all meaningless.
Tie me off.
When you've hit rock bottom yourself, you kind of have to laugh to get out of it. And so now, for us, if we find, if we don't see 200 cats, we don't think it's funny.
Are you a millionaire from this business? I mean, getting $20,000 a house seems to me like you might be a very wealthy man.
No, I mean, I'm doing all right. I have a house now. I have children that I can afford. I'm comfortable. It's a pretty cool thing. But I get paid to help people, which is a pretty awesome thing.
Matt once found 200 dead cats in a home. And they were wet, so when he tried to pick them up, they just came apart.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Do you ever throw up when you see that kind of thing?
I don't, man. The only thing that gets me is I had a kitten crawl out of a pile of human waste one time. And that was a bit much for me. And then the smells, the textures, really, like the food they were talking about. When those cans explode, he's exactly right. The cans from 20, 30 years ago will pop open, and you'll see textures and smells that you've never seen
What
before.
do you mean a kitten crawled out of human feces? In other words, the cat was trapped in the feces?
She was living underneath the feces and she crawled through it.
Oh, my God. So how did the cat survive? Did they feed the cat or did they eat shit?
Dude, people don't realize cats are survivalists, man. They are so tough. Like, they'll live through anything. People will quit before a cat quits.
Wow. Oh, it's so sad. Now, when you say, going back to what you said before, you found $13,000 in cash inside a giant rat's nest in a house.
Yeah, 8-foot rat's nest in Oakland.
And how'd the money get?
Well, we found out that week that rats don't eat money. We didn't. It's the only thing they don't shred apart. We didn't know that.
Why is that?
I guess it's the glaze on the money. I don't know. They're not interested in it. But we didn't know if there were cats. We didn't know if there were rats or not in this nest. So it was about a 6-foot high, 8-foot wide rat's nest, and we can see all the holes where the rats are going in and out. But we can also see money all over the place.
Now, when you see that's a dangerous thing because those rats can carry disease.
Yeah, in Oakland too. They're big. That's like New York rats.
Yeah, they're the size of dogs. Some of them.
Yeah, they're a good sized cat. Absolutely.
Yeah. When you're cleaning out, do they come and bite you and try to attack you?
Well, that one they didn't in that one. But we were going inch by inch. We didn't know if they would. So the fear of them coming out. Turns out they had given up and left years ago too.
So when you find cash in a house, I mean, you're obligated to give it to the owner, right?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, because the joy they get in that gets us so much more momentum. It lets us clean faster.
You say here you once found $45,000 in U.S. savings bond in a house.
Yep.
And the woman thought they were expired. People don't even know what they have.
She didn't know what she had. We had to explain to her the difference between maturity brand expiration.
Now you're a financial
So
advisor.
she thought they had gone bad.
Right,
I thought
yeah.
they were bad. It was free money, $45,000. We helped fund it, and this lady thought she had nothing.
So, Matt, is your show's on A&E, but what do you have to do with Oprah Winfrey? She started having you on at one point?
No, that's actually how I got on. This guy, Peter Walsh, that's on there, he was not interested in doing the show, Hoarders. And so I had been bugging him for years trying to just be his guy that cleaned up after he left. I never thought I'd get on TV. I was just trying to make a living.
Right.
And he couldn't do it because he was on Oprah. And so that's how I ended up getting on. He said, no, go call this crazy guy in Virginia. He'll clean up anything. And they were literally just looking for messy houses to clean, and I just happened to get picked up. I got that one chance. They gave me about 10 minutes.
So because you're on TV, do you get more money in a sense because you're a celebrity house cleaner?
Yeah, crazy enough, I am. It's weird. I mean, I'm like the most popular trash guy in America.
And why did they start putting you on TV? Because they found that the cleanup was just as interesting as meeting the people?
I think they realized it was more than trash, and that's really what I bring to the table. I mean, to me, this is about people. We all are different. We all are fear of rejection. We're all, we all have fear of judgment. We're all trying to find self-worth, and that's really what hoarding is about. And I'm able to break it down to I'm not an educated man. I'm a recovering addict that just got lucky.
How old a guy are you?
I'm young. I'm 36. I'm still very young.
When you have
messing up early.
But when you have to clear up 45,000 pounds of shit, and by the way, I'm trying to figure out how much is the average bowel movement? A pound?
Yeah.
It just depends on the person.
I mean, how many years would it take you to build up 45,000 pounds of shit?
At least 10 years. Yeah, that's the number you want. I mean, it's 10 years of 3 or 4 times a day.
Where do you bring it, though? Like, where can you dump that?
That you can't even take to the dump, and that's what's really challenged us. Everything has to be destroyed as, like, medical waste because it's too messy for the city dump.
So what do you do with medical waste? Where does that go?
That has to actually go to, it's like a crematorium. It actually has to be incinerated.
Oh, my goodness.
Cow.
I mean, a lot of the houses, we had a house the other day, there's no way to save it. It has to be destroyed. And so it was more of a recovery situation.
So that place was so bad, you couldn't clean it.
Could not salvage it. You had to tear it down.
Just burn it down.
But it was so messy, we couldn't tear it down. We actually had to burn it.
Is that more than one person shitting in the house, or was it just the one person?
No, it's one person.
Wow.
I mean, 10 years, you got 3 or 4 times a day, 10 years, every day, day by day.
Are hot girls ever hoarders, or is it always just like very vile-looking people?
I think they started. A lot of them start as hot girls. I mean, it's a fine wine. You can't be a good hoarder overnight. It takes 10, 15, 20 years.
Tell the story, Matt. He cleared a house of a guy into kiddie porn, but the guy called you, right?
Yeah, and this was not on A&E. I want to make sure they always ask me to make sure clear this. This one was on our personal job.
Okay.
But we went out, and this guy, the family called us. He was having a heart disease, and he was going to die. And the family wanted to send him home so he could have hospice. So we were going and thinking, oh, this poor sweet guy. Yeah. We get there and we start realizing, wow, this is some interesting toys. This is some interesting pornography. And the deeper we got, we started finding some Polaroids, some really aggressive stuff, and it was all child pornography.
Wow.
And so we're like, what do we do here? So we called a buddy of mine as the cop, and he's like, well, actually, you have to report this. So we called the guy. Guy ends up going to jail for 3 years. He gets out of jail, fills the house up again, because we actually did clean it, and he calls us again and says, hey, can you come clean my house again? And we had just sent the guy to jail for 3 years.
And yet he wasn't...
Who else you gonna call?
He wasn't angry. One thing about those kiddie porn guys, they're very forgiving. Yeah. So you clean his house, you find kiddie porn, you report him to the police, he goes to jail, he comes back home, he says, hey, you guys were pretty good at cleaning, come on back. But you didn't find any more kiddie porn there.
Well, I told him to fuck off. I mean, we're not going to...
Oh, you didn't go. You didn't want that job.
I mean, I hire all ex-cons. My morality gauge is pretty wide open. I've guys that murdered people on my team, but I will not work with a child pornographer, period. I mean, that's the one thing I won't touch.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Is the worst thing you ever found a dead body in a house?
I did find a dead body. The smell is unique. You'll never get that out of your head. For me...
What's that smell like? Does it smell like shit?
No. That if you haven't smelt it, I mean, you can't even get it out of you. You end up shaving your head and your eyebrows because you just can't get the smell off your body.
You're saying if a body decomposes and you get the smell on you, you shave your head and your eyebrows.
I did. Yeah, I shaved my head because I couldn't get that. It was like, you know that old trick where you wipe poo under someone's nose at camp and the guy, all he smells is poo? Well, it's kind of like, I mean, that's all you smell once you find a dead body. That's the worst. That was probably the worst for me.
How long had the body been in there?
Well, that was when we were doing foreclosures in downtown D.C.
Oh.
Just knocking down doors of foreclosures for the banks. And
so that's why the person wasn't paying.
He wasn't actually delinquent.
He had a good excuse.
Yeah, he had a good excuse.
How long had he been in there? Do you have any idea?
It had to at least have been 120 days.
Wow.
We wouldn't have been in there. We wouldn't have gotten the work order. That was awful because he had killed himself and he was just laying on a chair. So the mental and what that gets to is the mental stuff that we deal with. We're not just picking up trash. We're finding really horrible. Do
you find it hard to sleep at night, or do any of you guys get like post-traumatic stress syndrome?
The abusive ones, the ones like you'll have hoarders that are so protective of their stuff that they'll scream at you and hit you, and the abusive hoarders, they're the ones that give you the post-traumatic.
You had a hoarder try to hit you to keep you from taking all their shit out of their house.
Yeah, I had a 70-year-old lady swing at me, which was pretty
Anybody make contact?
I did have an 80-year-old guy. Actually, we found out he had been beating his wife, and we called him on it, and he got really angry with us and tried to bully us, and he connected pretty square on my jaw.
He punched you in the face.
Yeah.
You're a pretty tough guy. What were you in prison for?
I didn't go to prison. I had a gambling addiction, man. I actually worked for Caesar's Palace. I'm not a tough guy. I just have seen it all now. Mm-hmm. And so once you've seen it all, every day my job is to go into someone else's rock bottom.
Right.
And so but I also on the backside is I see people come out of that and I see the miracles happen and I see people do good things. So for me, I don't care.
Do you find that people stay clean after you've cleaned out all this stuff?
Hell no.
Great question. No, that's a good question.
I say no way.
Well, and this is what's so good about hoarders on A&E. They pay for the aftercare, and the aftercare is the key. If they go to therapy, there's about a 60% chance they'll stay clean.
Wow.
If they don't go to therapy, it's 100% guaranteed they'll fail.
Wow.
They'll fill back up by Christmas. If they don't do this, there's a reason they do it, and there's a psychological reason they do it, and you got to get into the head and you got to deal with that psychological issue or it'll never get fixed.
Eric, you're on the air with Matt Paxton. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, now.
Hey, Papa Billy. My cousin, she's a hoarder, and she's pretty hot too. They actually did the local news did a story on her, and yeah, she's hot. I heard you mention.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess there are some hot chicks who hoard. I don't know. Does she collect her feces at all?
No, there's no duty or nothing. Just messy, bags and food and stuff like that.
Oh, it's so disgusting. Will, go ahead. You're on the air in St. Louis.
Hey, hi. My name's Will, and I think I worked with you, Mr. Paxton, out of St. Louis. Did a job here for the TV show Hoarders.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I was the exterminator on that one.
Yes, that was roaches everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, brown recluse.
What is it too? I imagine there's tons of bugs when you finally get to the bottom of the like if somebody collects bags and stuff. That's where bugs collect, right?
Well, the house this guy is talking about, we were putting cotton balls in our ears and taping up our assholes because there were so many roaches.
Really? You mean you were just afraid that they would actually crawl into your ear?
Yes, that was a really scary. And brown recluse spiders. I mean, you couldn't even see the top 2 feet of the house because of the spider webs.
When you say roaches, you guys, you're talking about like not just a couple of roaches. You're saying like the whole wall could be covered in roaches.
They were raining off of the ceiling.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
When they came in to clean this, Howard, they had to come in with a hose and spray down the walls with water because there was so much like webs and dust and stuff.
But someone was actually living in the house?
Yeah, it was what was so
3
bad.
people, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a 13-year-old boy that they had in there with them.
Oh, and the roaches are raining down on their head.
Yeah.
I got to actually know these people. I've been doing their service because
they're good people, aren't they?
Yeah, they were. I never met the husband, but the wife, me and her actually really got to kind of know each other because I've been back to that house.
And did you ever say to her, how could you live with so many roaches?
Yeah, well, she blamed it on her husband. But,
well, when you get to that point in life, it's easy it's just easier to blame it on other people. And that was a triangle family that everyone was blaming on each other. But that 13-year-old kid is such a good kid. We didn't care if we were getting rained on by roaches. Right. You just wanted to help that kid, man.
Yeah. So did Child Protective Services take the kid out of the home and
Yeah, that's how we got called in. Yeah, and he wasn't allowed back in until we cleaned it out.
Oh, they sent him back.
Well, no, the families, I don't think they're back in, are they?
No, not yet. They still, well, see, what ended up happening is because everything went so wrong and the cleanup and everything, the house, they came in and sanitized the inside of the house, but it's never been cleaned yet.
Wow.
So you still walk in there, the kitchen floor is like walking on peanut butter. Everything. It's unreal. It's just ungodly.
Yeah, and that was a house where really, if the family had the financial options, they really should tear it down and start over.
Right.
But
it's that bad.
Yeah, and the A&E can only do but so much. I mean, we're not. No one's millionaire, so you can't just throw, there's a budget, and we can only do but so much. So.
No, listen, you gave them a start. Do you think they'd take over?
Yeah, you're there to clean.
Well, and for us, we have to put a lot of money into the therapy afterwards, because without that, the house is going to fill up regardless.
Yeah, right. They'll go right back to their... It's weird, too, because he wondered why did they let themselves get in this situation? But it's mental illness, right? There's no rational...
Right, absolutely. There's a problem.
Yeah.
Nobody would rationally do this. They can't. You just can't help it. And they don't want to do this. They're good people. It started off with one bad decision.
Right.
But you think there may be one person like that.
Yeah, right.
This is a whole
It's an epidemic,
series.
Evidently. Yeah.
There's millions. And the show blew the doors off it. Now there's a ton of shows about it, which is great because I always say it's like it's the next alcoholism. In the 50s, people were like, it was so embarrassing to say your uncle was an alcoholic. Now you say my uncle's in AA, and you're like, good for him. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it takes I guess it takes some of the secrecy out of it. Yeah. But what I always say, it starts with just one shit in the tub, and then you're hooked.
The first time you do that, just realize.
I heard that, I tell you.
Yeah. Hey, Will in St. Louis, thanks for the call. Are you coming over to America's Got Talent?
Actually, I got tickets for Saturday at 11 o'clock.
All right, I'll say hi to you.
Thanks, Howard.
All right, later, man.
Hey, that guy, Will, I remember him now. He actually gave his services for free to help that family.
Wow, hey, Will, you're a good dude.
We try.
I bet. All right. Good man, Will. See, my fans are good people.
I'm learning there's good people everywhere. You just got to give them opportunities to be good.
Right. I fortunately don't give anybody opportunities.
Well, you know what? This will change my life. You're giving a lot of people awareness.
Take one last call, Matt. I've held on to you long enough, but let me. You got to get back to cleaning. But
yeah,
Kirk,
I wonder how bad you have to be to make it on the TV show.
Yeah, I know. Any big job today, Matt? You going out anywhere?
No, I'm home all week. We start filming again next week. For us, Robin, the saddest thing is most of the time I'll go into a house now and I have to tell them that their house isn't messy enough for me to clean it.
When you hire ex-cons to work for you, how do you know which ones you can trust?
We go through a program that they've been sober for 2 years. And
I see.
You can't trust all of them, but there's a lot of those dudes are, those guys. I want the ones that if they sneeze wrong, they're going back to prison tomorrow.
Kirk, right? They have something to lose. Hey, Kirk, go ahead. You have the last word with Matt.
Hey, Howard, does this Matt guy ever worry or have like a health scare with hepatitis or SARS from cleaning up these dirty fucking people?
He's wearing a hazmat suit.
I do. I get.
Yeah, but you ever got poked or anything where you're like, oh shit?
We do walk out if we see needles. We walk out. That's the only thing we'll say no to, and our shots are up to date like you wouldn't believe.
If you walk into a house and you see some like drug addicts living there and there's exposed needles, you will walk out and refuse the job.
Yeah, you're on your own. I'm not going to die for these. I'll almost die for them, but I'm not going to die for them.
You'll clean their shit, but you ain't cleaning their needles.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Matt, thank you, and Kirk, thank you. Matt Paxton on the season finale of Hoarders. Oh, Sour Shoes has a question. How can you refuse him? Matt, one last question. Yes, Sour Shoes.
Hi, Matt. Matt, when you have to clean up the poo-poo in the house when it's in the living room, is it in 5-gallon buckets, or how is the poo? Is it on the floor, or is it...
Shower shoes. I thought you were going to ask. He's asking in his baby voice.
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's in buckets, sometimes it's just laying in open diapers, and sometimes it's on the wall.
There you go. All right. I shouldn't have gone to that. All right, let's just say also check out Matt's podcast, available on iTunes at 5decisionsaway.com. Hey, Matt, fascinating.
Hey, guys, thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate you letting everybody know about this.
I might have to call you in for helping out with cleaning out JD's office. I'm seeing a lot of magazines and things.
Absolutely, bring it. I'll do it. I'll clean up anything.
All right, Matt.
Guys, thanks so much.
Later.
Thank God for
interesting
him.
work, actually. Yeah, thank God for him.
He found a niche and he filled it.
It's crazy stuff, right?
They say that's the best way to do, to get into a business.
That's
is
what they
to
say.
Find something nobody else is doing.
I found a business. No one's willing to clean up 45,000 pounds of some human feces. I think I'm onto something.
I think I'm onto something.
Hey, good for him, though. Covering addict.
He's giving other people second chances. It's a good deal.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That was great. That was great. The best line was he goes, "We were putting cotton balls in our ears and taping up our assholes." Are you a hoarder?
Not like that, but I can understand, not for feces, but I can understand how it's hard to make decisions about, like, paper.
Well, my parents are so the opposite.
Oh, my God.
They don't allow anything to stay in the house. Like, you couldn't save anything. I mean, that story about my comic books is tip of the iceberg. I mean, they go through that house, if they see... It's...
Well, you have a little of that in you.
History... Now I do. I used to be a big slob, but
because you sometimes you'll get here and you'll just go you do one thing that makes me crazy because it's your parents and my parents. You have the ability to push a whole stack of stuff out without looking at it. Oh, yeah. I got to look at everything.
No, sometimes you have to just do that.
But
you realize you haven't looked at it in months.
I know, but you can't. There's something in there. There's got to be some. That's my fucking parents.
My parents, literally, their home is void of any personal details. Like, they'll throw everything out.
If they were moving, they wouldn't have to do anything. The house is ready to show.
It's ready to go.
And I love that.
I don't have to go in and clean anything.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
So on Monday's wrap-up show, we were talking about the guests that were on the show, and one of the guests was a transgender person, and somebody called in who was a transgender person, I presume, and said that they had a vagina. And I said, I don't think you have one because it can't be a workable thing. And we got into this whole altercation where she was mad at me, but I wasn't mad at her. I was just trying to bring out a point. But you should check it out and see what happens.
Now we're going to move on to Raji, who came in, who is transgendered and has cement in her face and in her ass. And
that was a tough story. I mean, I felt really bad for her.
Well, when you heard her explanation, though, about the doctor who did it, basically did the same thing and was also transgendered, I guess there was some kind of level of trust there.
Yeah, the other thing I think I got out of this whole thing, taking away transgender and all that other stuff, if something's way cheaper than it should be, there's probably a reason why.
Yeah, you get what you pay for in a lot of cases. Did you know that tranny was an offensive term? That's what ISIS was saying.
Really? I didn't know that. What do I know?
Are you going to stop using it?
Me?
Yeah.
Did I? I don't know. Did I use it?
Well, I mean, would you say, hey, the trannies are here?
No, I didn't say that.
But would you?
Ronnie always says that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't know.
I guess. Yeah, I guess I would.
I'm still on the fence about whether I'm stopping using it or not.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Raji and ISIS today? ISIS came in late.
ISIS, I saw everybody before they came in all together, and she was scary looking when I walked in the room. You know, it was kind of I didn't know what to say to her. You know, you don't know what to say, but I mean, ISIS was cute. You know, what can you say? It's like I was talking to one of the guys out here. I won't mention who it was, and he said, on a good night with a few drinks, you would never know what you were doing.
Well, the question I was asking around the office, and I'd like to try to get an answer. ISIS is, for all intents and purposes, a woman now.
Right, she has a fake vagina.
So if you marry ISIS, does that make you gay? It's the same silence I got from everybody else.
If you're legally, you're gay, and technically, you're. I think you're definitely committing a gay act. I think, but it depends if your desire for her is as a woman. Then you're not. I don't think.
Yeah, but what would be the difference if you didn't know that she had the operation?
That's what I'm saying.
And you met her in a bar and you tried to pick her up, and then found out she had a cock.
Well, if you,
it's still the same difference. You're still going out with a guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Technically, it's a gay act.
She's got a fake hole there now.
Yeah, it's technically a gay act, but I think if someone desires her because they think she's a woman or think he's a woman, then they're doing it for a heterosexual reason.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
it's a gay act. I agree with you.
But there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you're into.
I don't think so either.
How is it a gay act if she's a woman now?
Well, I mean, like if a man rapes you, you had a homosexual act, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you didn't desire it.
But what I'm saying is that, is she a woman now? She's had the full sex change operation. Is she a woman, or is she a woman that used to be a man, which we know to be the truth?
To me, she's still a tranny.
But she's got all the working parts of a woman.
No, they don't really work. Now, you know that. Now, stop it.
How do you know that?
They don't work.
Experience?
No, they don't work. How could they work?
How could you say they don't work? Do you know that for a fact?
Dude, remember when somebody, I forget who it was, explained how the operation actually works? Yeah, it's not... Dude, it's still a guy.
I think it's nice to treat her as she wants to be treated, as a woman. However, every cell in her body is a male.
I just think it's my favorite part.
That's actually wrong.
Uh-oh.
Wrong.
Okay, who's this?
This is Diane in New Jersey.
Yes, I'm not.
What was your original name, Diane?
How you guys doing? It's kind of ironic that the first time I actually finally get through, and after listening since I don't know the early '80s, it's to criticize.
Diane, were you born a woman?
No, I was not. But there's just it's really kind of ironic that so many Howard and you guys are also gay and lesbian friendly, and you seem to really know your stuff. But when it comes to trans people, you are completely clueless.
Well,
I mean,
how are we clueless?
First off, it's not a gay act. Okay, number one. Okay, I've been married to my husband. It's going to be 10 years now. He dated exclusively, women that were born women. All before that, and when we have sex, he puts his penis in my vagina. So I don't see how that could be seen as gay.
Well, I think Diane, Ronnie says that there's no way your parts can work.
Right.
Well,
your vagina used to be...
Ronnie doesn't have my parts. I have my parts, and they work.
But work how? In other words, you don't feel it. I'm sorry. There's no way.
Yeah, I feel it. believe me.
Yeah. Maybe
Well,
you
how
feel.
would you not feel it?
Maybe you feel the pressure of it going in. There's no way you feel the same thing a girl feels. I'm sorry. It's impossible. Oh, please. I've heard
impossible?
I've heard doctors talk about this stuff, dude. Come on
now.
Hey, Diane. Diane.
Yeah.
How would you, in a short sentence, define a gay act?
Two men or two women doing something together.
So
sexually.
A lot of people would technically consider you biologically a man.
Right. In other words, Diane, if you were going to the Olympics, say, and they had to scrape your cells, would your cells come up as a woman or a man?
Well, chromosomally, they're male, but everything else is female. I mean, here's the thing: you're getting hung up on like one thing. I mean, do you go around testing the chromosomes of every person that you've ever met?
Actually,
look, Diane, I'm not knocking you at all. I don't, whatever turns everybody on, it's fine with me. It doesn't bother me.
It's not even.
No, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to bring something out. Listen to your voice right now.
Yeah.
You do not sound like a woman. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because
I'm sorry.
you knew that before you. That's because.
Oh no! As soon as you got on the phone, I knew when he said hi, I knew you were a guy.
Diane, I got to go with Ronnie on this one. It says on the board, it says Diane from New Jersey, and it says Howard Stern supports gays but gets weird around transsexuals. So I thought we were talking to a woman. The reason I asked you were you born a woman was because I did hear it in your voice.
Here's the question: do you like popping pimples on your husband's back?
I'm sorry, John. I didn't.
What was the question? It's okay. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say, Diane.
The reason is, of course, you had that specter raised in your mind. I can tell you honestly, I'm on the phone, normally all the time. Never, ever does anyone ever say sir or mister or anything like that. It just doesn't happen. And this is, I'm talking, it's been, I transitioned over a dozen years ago.
Well, Diane, why do you feel that Howard, you said, supports gays but doesn't support transgendered people?
Well, because he doesn't know. I mean, he gets really weirded out, and he uses the wrong terms. He doesn't understand the difference. You guys were just saying before, you don't even understand why tranny is offensive, or you get an idiot like Ronnie there that thinks he knows how my parts work.
Hey, we're getting towards
the
show.
First of all, I don't know why you're calling me an idiot. I didn't insult you. I'm trying to talk to you in a nice way, and now you're calling me an idiot. Okay? We had what's his name comes up here.
What's her?
Our old friend, the one who got Siobhan. Okay? She came up here with her and showed us her thing. That's no way that thing is real. It smells. There's no way it works. Okay?
You're talking about
she's got to wash it out with a hose.
Have we ever done a contest where we have just the vagina and try to pick out the fake one?
No. But Ronnie, you understand why Diane's offended. Basically, you said she has a fake. You said she has a fake hole. I mean, you don't see why she'd be offended by that? By calling it a fake hole?
Well,
because to her,
what do you, John? What do you call it? What do you call it? Do you think it's real? Do you think she feels anything? You're asking me. I'm asking you now. What do you feel?
Ronnie, I haven't gone through the experience of having that done to me. I don't know how it feels. Well, what's your gut feeling?
Thank you, John.
I'm listening to when Siobhan talks about it, who had the same operation, basically said she really doesn't feel anything.
Well, and Siobhan had to keep a stent in it to keep it open. Remember?
John, gun to your head. Give me an answer.
Hey, Diane.
Come on, John.
Diane, if I spray myself black, wear an afro, learn to dance, am I technically black then?
No, you're just Benji.
Oh my God! No, you're still Benji.
Diane, real quick, we only have 30 seconds. Go ahead, make your final point.
Well, the point is right there what Ronnie was saying. Just like anything else, there are good doctors and there are bad doctors that do that kind of surgery. And Siobhan obviously is kind of a nutcase to start with. Most people, like me, I'm married. I have kids that go to school. I do all the normal stuff. My neighbors don't know. My friends. It's just something that happened in my past.
Diane, can I ask you a quick question before we end?
Sure.
You say you have kids, okay?
Yes.
Did you give birth to these kids?
No.
Okay.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Diane, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
What if she had, Ronnie?
Checkmate, Ronnie.
Then I say it works. Then I'll say it works.
Hey, it's 𝗫𝗿𝗏𝗍𝗿, Baba Booey. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about the bad day that I was having, how Howard yelled at me, how I yelled back at him, how Howard was mad at me for going to the Springsteen show, how 𝗫𝗏 agreed that I shouldn't have gone to the show, and all the crap that went on the show that day. Here's how it went.
Gary, you were, I don't know, today was your day. You and Howard were really at odds from the get-go, and I wonder, first of all, did you think you were being cantankerous at all, or do you think that Howard was all over you?
Well, I think it started this morning when we had the problem with the page, and then once that's, you can't argue with Howard on the air. He's always going to be right. I never get to present my side, so the audience thinks I'm stupid. Then you get a bunch of emails from you, you're a fucking moron, and all that other stuff. But when he said later on in the show, are you on edge? Listen, if you've ever had a fight with your wife and you haven't sort of rectified it, it's 2 hours later, you're still on edge.
So that carried over, the stuff that happened, because Howard can't see orange, that carried over until later in the show.
Yeah, and then, the whole, the whole condescending, the condescending attitude in general is probably what gets under my skin. But, oh, Gary, it's almost like the way he was to me today was if I was a woman, oh, Gary, you must be on your period. You know what I mean? It was like that condescending.
Well, did you think it was that way from the page stuff or later on with
later
the
on,
tickets?
Later on. But even in the page stuff, it got condescending. Gary, here's what I would do. Here's how you recognize colors. And here's what if you have a dog and this is what you do. And, he starts talking to me like I'm in third grade.
So you had more of an issue with his tone than you did with what he was, the subject matter.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And were you able to remedy the situation? Is the color...
We were able to identify the problem. Now getting it fixed is the next issue.
And is it insulting when he says to you, well, why don't you talk to Jeff Schick? Why don't you talk to someone else? Like, he was insinuating that you weren't exploring the problem. You were saying, yeah, it's a problem. We got to deal with it.
I don't know that Jeff Schick is available to me to do anything I want anytime I want. I could just as easily have called him and Howard and said, what are you bothering him with that shit for? And I don't know that the people from Profit are going to talk to Jeff Schick because he doesn't work for Sirius, and that's who they have the contract with. So, yes, I had not thought of that.
And do you think it's questioning your professionalism on the air, even though it happens a lot?
It is. It's sort of saying, you're not that bright, but I keep you around anyway.
And then with the tickets later on, he was saying he knew the situation. He was just telling you what he wanted done. But at that point, you were just pissed off.
Well, no, I didn't know the situation at all. And the last words I heard were Steve said to me, this guy's already got tickets. So I said, this guy's already got tickets. Howard's like, yeah, I got it. Calm down. But I was in working with, I can't listen to every second of the show. I was in working with Scott on something that I wanted to get on the air right away. So by the time I walked back, I could not hear what had transpired.
And do you not want to go to Austin at this point?
No, I'm going to Austin. Of course I'm going to Austin.
I mean, you weren't the only one that Howard was taking issue with today. Scott 𝗫𝗏, during that whole Bill Maher thing, 𝗫𝗏, I don't know if he defended Rush Limbaugh, but I guess he did, and called Howard a hypocrite. And immediately Howard was all over you, Scott.
Here's the thing. Here's the difference I just want to say. He's questioning Scott 𝗫𝗏's politics and opinion.
Not his professionalism.
That's right. And that's where it gets under my skin.
Now, do you think Gary was a little too sensitive today with Howard, or do you think he had every right to go back at him?
Well, let's just say it definitely put Gary in a bad mood. So he was barking. He barked at me at one point. And
Gary
Howard? Gary barked at me at one point.
Yeah, get John Lieberman in here, too. You want to hear about barking?
What
I fucking threw him out of my office.
Gary gets in trouble from Howard, and then he starts taking it out on everyone else.
That's not true. I was barking at you because I was having that stupid argument with you during the show.
Howard brought up the Rush Limbaugh thing. As I always do to Gary, my way to get something through to the show, I'll say something to Gary. If he likes it, he'll put it through to Howard. So I said to Gary, Howard's being a hypocrite. Gary and I started having a quick conversation about it. During that, Howard then said, Gary, what did Bill Maher say? So I stopped the conversation so that Gary could answer him. Gary then started back with me going, what, you're not going to talk to me? Blah, blah. And I said...
That's not what happened. We were having a conversation.
Yeah.
Howard asked me a question. Robin started to answer it.
No,
then
Robin started to answer it because you didn't answer.
No, I did. She answered before I could even open my mouth. Go back and listen to the tape. She answered it very quickly. But what happened was Scott and I were having a conversation, and somewhere in the middle, it got lost what we were discussing. I was discussing one thing, he was discussing another thing, and then I said, you know what? It's maybe just don't talk to me on the box during the show.
Hey, Gary, I'm not saying it's right or wrong to fight back, but it did seem a little bit, more to me like out of character for you to the level you got. Do you think is there something else going on? Are you stressed about something?
There's absolutely nothing else going on. I mean, I think it started yesterday. I started taking some shit from him on the air, and then so I was probably a little bit. I could be on edge about that. You come in the next day, you go, is it going to be more of the same? And it was more of the same.
When the Springsteen thing came up, that's when you got your back up a little bit. Cause you're like, why can't I go to the show?
Right.
It seemed like that seemed to be the issue.
Nor was I the only one from this channel that went.
Who else went?
I'm not going to say. But I'm not the only one that went.
I wouldn't go.
I wouldn't go because I wouldn't get a ticket.
But you weren't invited. What if it were? I put it all in perspective. What if it was
Pink
Floyd, or Dave Matthews?
Honestly, I was surprised that you went.
Were you?
Just because I know how if I had went, it would be a little different.
But hold on.
But
if
you're Howard's right hand man.
If Howard was so against the concert, then why did he give away tickets?
I don't know. I would guess that he's obliged to it, right?
He was not. He was not obliged.
Did it cross your mind at all?
It came up for a second. Someone else that went with me said, are we going to be looked at as turncoats for this? And I said, I don't think so, because Howard gave away tickets on the air. I think it's Howard's thing.
Scott, you think Gary was personally insulting Howard because he went to the Springsteen show?
I think it was quite clear that Howard wanted nothing to do with that concert on the air.
Except he gave away the tickets
about it. Okay, I didn't see that part, and I would think that he would want anyone on his team to really not participate in that event. I thought that's quite obvious, but. You say the ticket thing. I don't know. Maybe Howard just felt like why hold the audience in his gripe and let me give some tickets out. But
I mean, I didn't go to the Springsteen. I went to the Springsteen show not as a show of support for Sirius or as a fuck you to Howard. I went to go see my favorite artist in a way that I was never going to get a chance to see him again.
Did you give any of the Sirius execs mean looks or anything?
No. I hardly saw anybody there. I mean, you saw a couple of executives, but it wasn't like a. You went in, you saw a couple people.
I'm not saying this at all to say you're a bad person, or I just think maybe you made the wrong call. But I don't. I mean, your allegiance is clearly with Howard.
I think that's pretty obvious.
But I think one question is, Gary, do you think Howard carried those feelings over from yesterday about you going to Springsteen to his criticism of you today?
I don't think that's the reason he got mad about the pages. But when he was breaking my balls, he managed to throw that in a couple of times.
Jay in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Good.
Good. I just wanted to say that it's very clear over the radio that Howard is bullshit at Gary about going to the concert.
What do you mean?
I feel like Howard feels backstabbed by him.
And you think that's why all this stuff's coming up lately?
I definitely do, and... Gary, how many times have you seen Springsteen? 700? And you couldn't sit this one out?
I've seen him about 50 or 60 times, but if this was Madison Square Garden, I probably wouldn't have gone. But it was a way to see him that I've never seen him in my life. Probably never will again.
Luis in New Mexico, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello.
Hey, Luis.
Hey, Gary, I'm a big fan. First-time caller. By chance, maybe you got into it with somebody, on the staff? Because when Howard was busting your balls, it kind of seemed like somebody had control of that switchboard. Because after he started hollering at you, it went back to, was it orange? When it was white? No.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. We identified an issue. Nobody was fucking with me. It is a problem. There's a bug in the system that we found.
Why don't you put a number on it? If that said 24, and you can say, Howard, it's number 24. It's so easy. Why have something that's subjective?
24 isn't that easy to identify. When you get 50 numbers, it's as hard to find as it is in colors.
If you drop it in a slot and you know it's in slot 24.
But where's slot 24? There's 48 slots on a page. It's not that easy to find.
It's like anything.
No, like an X and a Y.
There's 18,000 ways to do it, but if there were one row that had 10 and then the next 10, I think Howard can put 2 and 2 together. And it just seems like it's not subjective. A number is not subjective like a color is.
But that wasn't the issue today.
That's right.
Yeah, it was. It was about a color. They were going back and forth.
It had nothing to do with how complex the system was or not. JD actually pointed out the glitch, which surprised me and got Gary snapped at me a little bit when I was asking Gary, what is your reaction to the fact that JD identified the glitch, not the Prophet people? And that was the first time Gary snapped at me.
I thought it was a dumbass question.
The reason why...
and I'll tell you why, because the Prophet people weren't here. How could... In other words, anybody... hold on a second, John. Anybody that could have worked on it hadn't even been called yet. So...
what your response was... Anybody who knows the Prophet system would have been able to identify it, but you didn't. JD did.
No, I said that anybody who is working with the system that knows how to look for that stuff hadn't looked at it yet. So I don't know what the big surprise was. Yeah, cool. JD found it. He figured it out.
That's all I was asking
you were making it sound like, am I shocked that JD found it when a guy that works at the Prophet system couldn't find it? That's how I took it. I thought it was a dumb question.
As a reporter, they had just gotten into it. Then there was a break. So I asked Gary the question. I said, Gary, what do you expect from Howard during this break? And he goes, fuck you. Get out of my face. I've been doing this 30 years. I worked during the break.
I didn't say I've been doing this 30 years. I did. I was pissed at him. I was just plain annoyed that he was following me at that point.
Were you surprised Gary reacted this way to you?
I was surprised at the fuck you. It was a legitimate question, and I thought Gary thought it wasn't. It's a legitimate question.
No, it is a legitimate question. I was just pissed
going
off.
in, what do you expect? And so, but look, Gary's always been very forthcoming with the news team. And secondly, he was getting it from all sides today. You had cameras in your face, microphones, all that.
Here's what I will say to you, John. I still hold fast that the first question was a dumbass question, and the second question was a legitimate question, and I was pissed, and I apologize.
Okay. Well, I disagree, because you keep saying we found the glitch. JD found the glitch. Right?
Well, we are staff, sure.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant we, including yourself.
No, we here at the show.
Okay.
I didn't find anything.
Okay.
All right. I want to move on.
Nor did I ever insinuate that.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Who came in? John looks dissatisfied with that answer, by the way. Why are you shaking your head, John?
No, I think it's a little disingenuous. Gary said a few times, we found the glitch, and I just wanted to pinpoint it because I think a lot of people back there were surprised. JD found the glitch. Scott, the engineer, then relayed that message to Gary. That's all I was saying.
Are you saying like I was taking credit for it?
You insinuated that you helped find the glitch. I think. Maybe I heard wrong, but that's what I thought. Did anybody else hear that? Or I'm not picking a fight.
No, I know. I just think I think you're being picky about when I say we found it. That's what I would say to Howard. And when I went in, I told Howard that JD in fact found it. I guess I was saying we when we were talking, but
in the greater we.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything more to it than that. I think if you ask the staff here, I think you'll find that I'm the last person on the staff to try to take credit for what somebody else did.
We never do that.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Sal was back to explain how he mispronounced Elle Macpherson's name as Ellie. But the great thing about Sal is that he'll never admit he's wrong. And we found out what Sal meant by why magazines talk, and it's just another fascinating insight into the mind that is Sal Governale. Not too deep, but thoroughly entertaining.
Jim in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
I wanted to talk about the Elle Macpherson thing.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to call bullshit on Sal not knowing how to pronounce her name, because, I mean, for 25, 30 years, I've never heard anybody call her Ellie. I mean, if there was an I in her name, I'd say, yeah, you could get that confused, but E-L-L-E, I mean, come on, he knew Howard would pick up on that.
Jim,
I knew it.
I swear to you, on the life of my children, if you were in here yesterday and you saw Sal, right, doing it, There was no hint of comedy at all. And when I cracked a joke about it again, and he looked at me and asked why I was bringing it up, he looked genuinely surprised.
Sal,
first of all, I don't think 𝗦𝗵C𝘄 from Ellie or however the hell it's spelled is such a huge stretch.
But
I think
we're not.
I think this
if
is
there was a name, Belle, what's that name?
Belle.
E.
Belle. No, Belle.
Yeah.
Like Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
Take away the B.
Take away the B. L, I guess. L. Good point. I mean, but that's like.
But
that's like McKine. That's like spell machine.
But
McKine.
Sal,
it's the same thing. Pronunciation.
You
and
know,
way,
you know, Belle's the right way to say it, right?
Yeah.
So if someone started calling Belle Belly, wouldn't you think they're a moron?
Belle to Belly, yes. L to Ellie, no. Ellie's probably a popular name. It
see the
sounds like a
difference.
feminine name.
Okay, here's the other thing too. I'm going to even toss out the spelling thing.
I just made a mistake on a name.
I'm going to toss out the spelling part of it.
Okay, toss it
She
out.
really is an iconic figure of the last 25, 30 years.
Not on my radar, my friend. She's really not on my radar. I'm telling you, she really isn't.
Was Cheryl Tiegs on your radar?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Right, okay.
Ellie wasn't. I mean, Elle wasn't. She really wasn't on my radar.
She's probably one of the,
I
would
don't-
you say,
I
the
don't
top
think so.
5 best-known supermodels?
Top 3, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm not in that department, and maybe I was busy looking at Penthouse at the time. I know Cheryl Tiegs. I know Christy Brinkley. I know Mrs. McPherson.
Howard's other point this morning was, even though she might be outside your wheelhouse, that she's been talked about here for like the last week or two.
And on the show, Howard said to
I'm busy.
But the whole day, Howard goes,
I'm busy.
So, Elle, how are you doing? So, Elle, what did you do? So, Elle, when did you get married? Did you not hear that?
Yes, I did. And
did you think he was doing it wrong?
So, Gar, how you doing? Not Gary. Gar,
right,
how
right.
you doing? I mean, that's how. I mean, and
Makes
again,
sense now.
I think you guys are just like you're putting me on a petri dish under a microscope, and you're really. You're just scrutinizing every little thing. It's not that big of a deal. I know you find it to be a big deal, but 𝗦𝗵C𝘄, L is not that big in my world. And I think in the entertainment spectrum, as you guys are making her out to be. And everybody fucks up. Who's the drummer from, all right, he's been here 3 times. Who's the drummer, Gary, just Gary, from the Foo Fighters?
Well, I thought it was Dave Grohl, but it's not. It's
No, it's who?
Taylor, and I don't know what his last name is.
All right, Taylor Hawkins.
Okay.
Today, Howard called him Taylor Hawks. He screwed up. He interviewed the guy 3 times. He's a popular drummer. He's in the spectrum of the entertainment industry.
I don't think Taylor Hawkins is anywhere near the recognizability of 𝗦𝗵C𝘄.
But Howard did interview him 3 fucking times. I mean,
Now, do you think if you brought that up to Howard's attention, he'd fight you on it and say, no, Hawks, I meant to do it on purpose. Right. He'd say, you know what, yeah, I was wrong. I said his name wrong.
I'm wrong, too, but I don't think not as wrong as you think I am. I'm just not as wrong.
The best thing today.
I'm wrong. I'm not
and
stupid
the reason
wrong.
why I didn't go to Howard to argue it is because it's Howard. I waited to do it here.
The great moment today was
I'm no idiot.
I was waiting to go in and do my update.
Well, maybe a little bit.
And Sal comes over to me. He goes, I knew it was L. And I go, no, you didn't. And he's
I knew it.
And he goes, Jesus, I can't even pull that off. Like, he tried to, and
Yeah.
he didn't know it. It was a mistake. It was funny. But Jason's right. The issue wasn't the mistake. It was more how you fought it. With Robin telling her that magazines don't talk. And,
Yeah, she goes, can't you read magazines? Yeah. You can read but if I read phone on a magazine, I would phone. You know what I mean?
What? No.
Phone. Like,
I don't know what you mean.
Like, she's saying just because it's written, you should be able to announce it.
Yes.
If I see phone on a magazine, yes, you don't say phone, you say phone. A magazine doesn't speak. That was my point.
Did you think it was called Ellie Magazine?
He did.
Oh, she has the magazine. That's right. That's the magazine. I didn't even know that. Now it's all coming. I've heard of the magazine, sure.
What about VOGUE? That one is
okay. If
it's Vogue.
Right.
Vogue.
Well, right. If a magazine could speak, you would say they would say Vogue. It's otherwise you would see it as Vogue. Robin.
Oh, you wouldn't.
I'm saying Robin. Guys, the point I'm trying to make is that Robin's argument doesn't hold water. She's saying that it's written on the magazine. That doesn't matter. I guess now that it's a cover of a magazine and it's a popular magazine, I know what she's saying. But even then, I don't know. I know the magazine, Elle Magazine. Elle,
Yeah.
Anthony in Texas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, first of all, happy birthday, Gary.
Thank you.
I'm talking about what's the name, Sal. I've heard of 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 before, but she's not somebody, on somebody's radar like you would a Christy Brink or something like that. I mean, I grew up with Jay. I don't know. It just, you don't really think about her. I mean.
Yeah, but Anthony, Anthony, you said her name. It's 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄.
Yeah, not Ellie McPherson.
Yeah, but he also heard he knows it now from the show. He was corrected just like
you're saying that he didn't know it before yesterday?
Well, he perhaps, maybe not, but he said she's not big in the spectrum of
By the way,
celebrities
didn't
out
he
there.
just say he's also a fan of Kristen Brinkley?
He said Christy Brinkley.
Oh, he did? Okay.
I think it's funny because I think Christy Brinkley and Cheryl Teague, I think 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 falls right in there.
Did you think Elle magazine was named after, or Ellie, whatever you want to say?
When I heard Elle magazine, I'm thinking perhaps she is a model, and Oprah has the O magazine. Maybe Elle's Elle magazine. I don't read modeling magazines. I don't read female magazines unless they're naked spread eagle.
I picture Sal looking for a magazine.
That's the only female magazine I read.
Were you looking for a magazine with the letter L on it, and that's it? I
wasn't looking for any magazine.
All right, thanks for calling in, Ted.
It was Robin. Robin said, when Robin said, "Don't you know the name from the magazines?" I thought she meant it on a broad spectrum, like Elle is interviewed in numerous magazines. She's a supermodel. I didn't know she specifically meant Elle magazine.
So you thought she was talking about the person in a magazine.
Exactly. Like, don't you read?
That actually makes the magazines don't talk comment much more interesting.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Gary.
Dude, I fucked up.
They're on the line right now at the security desk.
Well,
she booked for
today.
I had no idea.
Way earlier than. I'm just saying
I fucked up. She's on the calendar for. Let's just get him up and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to talk to you about something else that's important.
Great.
Oh.
Yeah, they still got a great television show, right? That
We never done a guest.
Yeah.
That's a very McCormick.
Wait a minute, put yourself together now.
I can't. I don't know what the fuck happened.
What are you
I had it on my
doing?
calendar. I don't know what the fuck happened. So she said we're going to try to get Eric on the phone and let's get a couple of notes on it. I mean, it's she doesn't know there's any drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff to get.
I know. But now you can do your stuff. I just wanted you to know that before.
Oh dear.
Mary, is this are these appearances at this point very easy for you? I mean, most people get nervous to talk to Howard, but
I'm always a little nervous, sure.
really?
Yeah, of course.
He knows you and
He knows me.
respects you, and you go back, you have a past with him,
That you have to hope that means something, but you never know with him.
and now a connection to Eric the Midget. So,
And now that.
I mean, you're VIP up here, so
Oh, well, thank you. That's nice. That'll help me. That takes a little of the nerves away.
good. All right, we'll see you in the studio,
Okay,
Mary.
honey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In a couple of seconds, we'll be talking to Mary McCormick,
Ooh.
who Gary forgot was coming in today.
You're doing?
No, he never told me.
I know.
She's
Eric knew.
here, and he forgot her?
Here,
and he forgot her?
He did. He came in. He goes, "Wolf, I forgot Mary."
Sorry, they're talking about
He forgot to pull the call. He
Gary forgot you were
Mary
coming in today.
Yeah, he's out of it.
Forgot what an asshole you are.
So sad.
How'd you forget that Mary was coming in? I mean, you're in
You know,
charge.
I got the email. I wrote back her people and I said it's on the calendar, and then it just wasn't on the calendar.
Yeah.
I knew she was booked. I just forgot it was for today.
Who's in charge of putting it on the calendar?
Me.
Oh, you just didn't do it.
I guess not.
Maybe you thought of her because she was in my movie as like part of the show and part of the family.
No. Shit happens. I'm sorry. I'm
forgettable. No big deal.
Wish you wouldn't have brought it up on the air.
I bet you didn't forget going to the Springsteen show.
I did not.
Yeah. I was surprised you went, man. Knowing sort of like what's going on and everything. Yeah.
Well, in what respect?
No, nothing. Never mind. I'm not going to bring it up.
In what respect?
I'll bring it. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I went to go see Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we know where.
I mean, is there more you want to say?
No, that's okay. Do what you have to do, bro. Can't live without a Springsteen concert. How was that concert that I paid for?
It was actually very good.
Yeah. Everyone had a good time? What did we pay, Bruce? $1 or $2 million?
I have no idea. How that worked out.
Good. Everybody party on. Party on, bro.
This is all we got here, too. This is as much as we need to do real quick. Just that this is the final season of the show, which is premiering this week. Average 5 million viewers last year. She's working on another show. She had 3 kids.
Yeah, Mary
6 months old.
Yeah,
we're gonna try and get Eric too up.
We're trying.
Yeah.
You know, we're definitely trying.
Oh, he's deadly.
You don't want him on?
I don't know. What do you think?
I
think we kind of did it. We did that rap with him, though.
But I think it's sort of good, but, you know, I said to, you know, she said she thought he was nice. I was like, you don't really know. I said, tell Steve we can wait
find an angle on her. Mary McCormick is, what is she? Oh, she's promoting In Plain Sight, of course.
Of course.
What the hell happened with that show? What?
It comes and goes. You know, they have a season.
I thought it was a big hit show. Why is it ending?
They probably had, what, a 5-year run or something?
Mary, be honest with me. Hi, Mary.
Hey there.
So beautiful, Mary McCormick. Look at her. Lovely. Just had a kid and she's already lovely.
I'm on my way.
Good for you. What are you doing?
Fighting my way back.
When you're an actress and you have a baby, there's a mad dash to get back in shape.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
So what are you doing to get in shape? Pilates?
I'm not doing Pilates.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Are you running? How many miles a day?
Oh, I don't do more than 3. I don't have a lot of time. I do work sort of long days when I'm shooting.
And you're eating or no?
I'm eating. I have to eat. I don't eat a ton though. When I'm working, I have to like sort of remind myself to eat.
How much weight do you gain when you're pregnant?
I gain a lot. I'm pretty serious about it. I think maybe because I'm an actress. I think I'm a big girl anyway. I mean, I think I definitely sort of can gain weight.
Well, you're tall.
Pretty easily, but you're sweet. But
how much weight do you gain?
Geez,
like, did you go up? Like, what did you go up to?
Oh, I was at 2.
200?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy smoke!
No, I don't mess around.
200 pounds.
Yeah.
Maron. And
I wouldn't even recognize you.
I mean,
good
thing I didn't see you.
It was like neck fat, and no, I would never. I didn't leave the house for the last few months. I think because I have like 3 times in my life where I can be big fatty, and people are like, "You look great."
Did you feel like you had cement in your ass? I mean, like our last guest. Our last guest had cement in her ass.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, no. But I mean, you feel as a woman, and I know you're used to getting a lot of attention from men. You're attractive, obviously.
No.
Yes, you are. And so, all of a sudden, do you feel ugly or do you feel beautiful? They say
no, I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel beautiful or powerful. I feel disgusting.
And sex with your husband goes on during pregnancy, or you just back off?
It does, but I think it's like I feel sorry for him.
It's mercy sex.
Yeah, a little. I feel sorry for him. I don't know. I don't know what he feels, but he's kind. I married a kind man.
And was he like, no, you're so beautiful, you glow.
He says the perfect thing.
He said the right thing.
I married the right guy. Yeah.
And were you like, look, it's perfectly fine with me if we don't fuck during my pregnancy?
No, because I think probably he wants to have sex too. You know, I think I don't want to be a lame wife in that area. I mean,
Right.
I'm already
But why not
gross.
just jerk them off and then like you won't have to deal with the whole sex? But although maybe you wanted to have sex during the pregnancy, but at some point,
At a certain point, you don't really want to have sex because you're in so much.
the 6 month by then, no
Yeah,
more.
well, you just get so uncomfortable. I mean,
Right.
you feel kind of gross and protective of
Right.
the baby, and
Yeah.
even though there's nothing wrong with that, I don't know, you just start to feel like,
And
oh,
if you
your
get up-
boobs hurt. I mean, everything hurts.
And if you get up to 200 pounds,
Yeah.
you're like, hey,
Yeah.
suddenly I'm like a mercy.
It was unbelievable.
Wow,
yeah.
I
So
can't
it's all- it's a-
imagine.
yeah, but I did that. I became huge with each of the babies.
Are
I've
you a
had 3 kids.
breastfeeder? Do you feed?
I did breastfeed with each of them.
And doesn't that supposedly like
Yeah.
shrink your vagina or your uterus or something?
It says it shrinks your uterus back a little, and I think initially it does, but
Right.
I really lose all my weight after I stop breastfeeding because you need fewer calories. Like when you're breastfeeding, you're famished all the time, or at
And
least
how-
I am.
and
I mean,
how-
you have to eat so much to make milk.
How long are you going to breastfeed? Are you breastfeeding currently?
I'm not.
You're
no,
not. You're
she's
done.
6 months. She just turned 6 months.
So you stop after what? 3 months?
With this one, I stopped after 3 because I was back in like running
Production.
around with a gun and jeans, and I mean, I sort of felt like I owed. I have a crew of 200 people who,
can't
want me to
believe-
show up and be able to shoot.
I can't believe you had milk coming out of your titties.
Lots.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I
'cause
knew
I have
her
big,
before
big
she ever
boobs.
had milk in her titties.
It's true.
It's true. I knew
have
you.
big boobs, so I did
Wow.
not. I mean, I don't know if that matters, but I never had a problem making a lot of milk.
But don't they recommend 1 year of breastfeeding if your kid's brain is going to form or something? That it makes
Oh,
it.
her kids are not going to have brains?
No, it makes the kids smarter.
Tough break. Mommy's on TV.
When you were working with Eric the Midget,
Yes.
did you breastfeed him? Did you attempt? Because sometimes you forget and he looks like a baby. You know what I mean?
I did. I had Lillian on one and Eric on the other.
Be honest.
Yeah.
How was it? Here, Eric. I'll put you on. Eric's on.
You're a fellow actor.
You're forever like sort of attached to him now.
I love Eric.
You liked Eric.
Yeah, he was lovely.
By the way, there is a behind-the-scenes Howard TV special of In Plain Sight and
With Eric?
with Eric the actor, and Mary is a part of it. I see her there on the set,
Wonderful.
and she's schmoozing Eric, and Eric stares at her and doesn't say
He
a
doesn't
fucking
say
word.
anything to her either.
He didn't say that.
No, we had a few conversations.
There is a piece of tape that's part of this special that will be on Howard TV, where he somehow gets what's that actress?
Tia Carrera.
Tia Carrera into. Did you know this?
No.
He gets Tia Carrera into his trailer, and she shows up, and she's like, okay, they tell her there's a guy in a wheelchair wants to meet her, so she can't say no. She gets into Eric's trailer, and she goes, oh hi Eric, and he's like, and then she goes, Eric. So, how do you enjoy working on In Plain Sight? She's trying to be nice to him and start a conversation. He's like, God. And now Tia Carrera is staring at him, waiting. She knows she can't just walk away. So then she goes, well, Eric, did you like being an actor? Yes.
Does she know that he's on the show?
I don't know, but I felt so. Eric, she was so trapped with you. Good Lord, you have no rap with women.
Yeah, right. Okay, whatever.
Hey, dude, wait till you see this show. You're in there with Tia Carrera. You finally get her in there, and nothing happens.
I love it.
That's Eric's theme music. Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
How are you?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You want to talk to Mary. Go ahead. I'll be quiet. Sorry, Eric. Hey, this is Eric with a girl.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So how are you doing this morning?
I'm all right. Eric, how are you?
I'm good.
That's a wrap.
How are things going on the set now?
Things are okay. We're getting through it. We're in our second to last episode.
Well, that's good. So is there going to be any rap parties or anything like that?
Oh,
There is a rap party. You're welcome to come.
Yeah, but you'll have to fly him in and get him an oxygen
get
tank.
there yourself.
Yeah, right. Eric, why don't you just go to the rap party?
Will there be Pepsi?
Eric was at the America's Got Talent taping in San Francisco.
Yes, he was.
And I did go over and say hi, and I said, "Hey, Eric, what's happening?" He goes, but it was hard to talk. There was a lot of noise.
A lot of noise in the room, huh?
Eric, are you done with Mary? Mary, by the way, it was very kind of you to put Eric in the show.
Happy to.
Yeah. How did he do, really?
He did great.
Yeah. Have you seen his work?
I haven't seen it all cut together.
Right.
But I was there.
Were you
in the scene
told that
with
he
him.
did a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did great.
Yeah. Mary says you did great. She's a tough critic.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
All right, Eric. If your husband died, and I don't wish that, but let's say he did,
Yeah.
he's human, it could happen.
Sure.
Would you ever date Eric? Or were you attracted to him at all?
I'll never say never.
Right.
You know, I'd have to get to know him a little better.
Uh-oh, now your husband's in danger.
Yeah. Poor Michael.
Eric.
will be plotting his death.
Eric, is Mary your type? I mean, would you bang Mary?
Sure, she's my type.
Right.
Good. Thank God. I'm like, oh, fine.
Imagine he said, "No, she's
I'm not feeling
that,
great. Yeah.
She's not that hot."
I'm a
It's a slow climb back.
Well, Eric, I'm proud of you. You know, you were a gentleman over there.
Yeah, he was great.
He would have banged you even when you were 200 pounds.
That's nice of him.
Right.
He would have said all the right things.
You're not kidding. He would have said all the right things.
Absolutely.
You're beautiful at 200. I like a linebacker.
Okay, Eric. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Good talking to you.
Bye, Eric.
Bye. When is your episode air, by the way, Eric?
Oh, yeah. When does it?
On the 23rd of March.
23rd of March.
Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy
birthday.
How old are you? Like 13?
No, 37 now.
37.
Wow.
All right. All right. Happy birthday. What'd you do for your birthday?
Well, actually, just went out to breakfast, and that was it for my birthday. The day before, I hung out with my family.
Wow.
Get any good presents?
Hey, you know what? I'm thinking about this for a second, if I can be serious.
Uh-huh.
What age did they say you were going to drop dead, Eric?
I was not expected to make it out of my teens.
Yeah. Now he's
See,
37.
He's 37 years old.
So what do you want to say to your doctor? Fuck you? You're the man. You did it. You beat the odds. That's what I tell my dog every day. She was only supposed to live to 8. She's 10. I go, tell the doctor, fuck you.
Every day's
That's
a gift.
right.
But
Every
did
day's
Eric-
a gift, isn't it, Eric?
Did Eric get any good birthday presents?
No.
No?
No, of course not.
Yeah, I got Amazon gift cards.
Oh, okay.
From who?
He loves those.
Who gave you an Amazon gift card?
Well, my grandma, my brother, and my parents.
Mary's going to cry. Well,
He loves Amazon gift cards.
yeah.
Who doesn't?
I sent roller skates. He said it was inappropriate. All right. Thank you, Eric.
You haven't gotten any other dumb tweets from any of the fake accounts, have you, Mary?
No.
I don't think so. Thank you for telling me about that.
What? He got a fake tweet from an Eric imitator?
Yeah.
And what was it mean?
No, I don't think it was. I don't remember. I remember I got one from him, or I think.
You don't know.
I don't remember. I don't actually always. I'll go
You
away
tweet
for
a
weeks.
lot, actually.
One like I'll do like 10 in a row, and then I won't look at it for a month because I get busy.
But
So
Mary's like
I'm really inconsistent.
Mary's very nice on Twitter and answers.
Well, 'cause-
she's very sweet to people. And,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that kind of sense of humor. Some actors tweet a lot and they're doing material, and I just think that, or they're like, "Oh, it's sunny where I am today," and I think, who cares?
Yeah,
like,
but
who cares?
Mary's like, yeah, she answers pregnancy questions and.
Or I'll say happy birthday to their sister. I mean, I don't mind. That seems nice.
All right, Eric, I got to go interview Mary now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, the fake Twitter account said to stop posting pictures of her and I together.
Oh, okay. All right, Eric, thanks. He thinks
That's right.
He thinks I always know what he's... Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I think he thinks I know what he's talking about all the time.
Yeah.
What is he saying?
He said that the fake Eric on Twitter wrote and said, "Don't post pictures of me," because I posted a picture of Eric.
Okay.
I see.
Do you follow Eric?
No.
No.
But I don't follow a lot of people. I just don't want. I rarely look at it. I'm terrible.
Right.
I'll do if I have a little time, I'll do a bunch, and then I don't, and then I get busy and I forget about it.
I felt really bad when I went out to L.A. I don't get to see Mary a lot, So I felt really bad that when I was at Jimmy's party, I barely spent any time with you.
I got some time with you, and I got some time with Beth. I mean, it was all right. It was fun. We had fun. I knew a lot of people there.
Yeah, it's a good party.
Yeah, it is.
And are you aware that there are people who are afraid to meet me?
Yes.
You knew this?
Well, of course. Are you an idiot?
Yeah, I guess so. What would be intimidating?
What are you talking about?
Who's afraid to meet him?
Yo, I was listening to John Hines' show. And there was an actor there, this guy.
What's his name?
He's on Parks and Recreation. I don't know his name. What is this guy's name? Do you know this guy?
I've seen him before. I don't know his name.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott.
Yeah, Adam Scott.
Right.
Great actor.
So
and he's afraid to meet you?
Yeah,
he was at the party last year.
Yeah, so the guy says, gee, Jimmy was supposed to introduce me, and I had a whole speech planned for Howard. And I'm like, what am I, the fucking Messiah? I mean, honest to God. I mean, what is that? And so the guy came...
People are fans of the show,
but
and
the
I
guy
think it's hard to
came up-
meet someone when you're a big fan.
But why wouldn't you walk up and just say, "Hey, I'm a fan of the show. My name
You're
is."
at the
my
party,
Name, no,
even.
you say, "My name is Adam Scott. I'm an actor on Parks and Recreation, and I like to say hello to you and meet you." And I'd say, "Hey, Adam, what's happened?" I mean, what is this? All of a sudden, people are afraid to meet me.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden, what is it about me?
Yeah, he doesn't hear the reputation he has.
You tell me, Mary. What is it?
No, Robin, you tell him.
No, Mary, what is it?
Well, I don't know, because I didn't know you as. I mean, you've always been sweet to me, so
Right.
I'm not. I don't have those feelings, but I think people, I mean, it can be a tough room, it can be a tough interview. I think people think that your sense of humor on the radio show might be
carried on in person?
Maybe, yeah.
Do you think it has to do with the fact that I'm a judge now? People feel I'm sitting in judgment.
Maybe that you're judging. You're so into your position. What a douche.
I'm a judge.
What, you're a judge?
No, I don't
I'm a
think
judge.
it's that. No, but actors, you have a lot of I mean, that's a fancy party now. You're hobnobbing.
It's a big deal.
I remember when we first started to become friends, you wouldn't go to those parties because you'd say it was too difficult for you to then do your radio show. But now all your friends are famous people. You have a lot of super famous actor friends.
Yeah, I dropped all my regular friends.
Seems like it.
Yeah, I really have.
No, it's all.
And you know
he's
what?
not taken with himself.
I'm so much happier.
Yeah.
Famous friends are better.
Yeah.
Than regular
You've got
friends.
a lot of them.
But you know what? A lot of the people at Jimmy's party
are not your friends?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know them.
Right. But you have a lot of more famous friends now than when we first got
But who is my... I mean, Jimmy's a famous friend.
Kristen Bell. You've got all kinds of famous friends.
K-Bell, you mean? Yeah, we call her K-Bell.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new time in your life where famous people are sort of now allowed in. They weren't allowed in before.
K-Bell is yeah, that's true. And you know what I realized?
You were vigilant about it.
Can I tell you something that happened to me? And this happened in therapy. I said, for so long, I've actually kept myself isolated.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would not be friends with anybody famous. I felt that
I know, I remember.
It was like, that's not me. That's not who I am. And then one day I'm sitting there, I go, you know what? I'm in show business. I didn't believe I was. And then I said, I am in show business. And whenever I get to meet somebody who's famous and they start to talk about what it's like for them, I feel that we have something in common that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting to me to hear Jimmy talk about his job, or to hear, when we became friends, to hear you talk about acting and being on a set. And I found that I said, why shouldn't I have some famous friends? So it's not that I socialize a lot anyway. But I became friends with you, and my life was better for it. So, yeah, so why shouldn't I have some famous friends?
Well, I'm not really famous, but...
Well, you are. I mean, you're on a show. But why is the show ending? Did the ratings go down?
No, our ratings are really good. I think... I mean, I don't know. I'd have to ask the USA folks that, but I think, shows get more expensive as they go on in years. And, a lot more.
Are you sad? Don't give me the PR answer.
No, I'll give you the real answer.
Sad?
I'm not sad because I feel so tired. I'm so tired from the work.
And also having 3 kids.
Yeah, I think I should be around more than I'm around right now. I know I should.
You bring the kids to the set.
They come to the set, but they're kids, so they have school and they have lessons and they have so.
So do they go to school in New Mexico?
Both. They go both places. They get pulled out. Weird. It's not good. Yeah.
I mean,
ultimately.
Are they sad when they leave New Mexico, friends, and then have to go to
They're
LA,
not.
friends?
I think they're so used to it, which is I think they're so used to it, like just going back and forth.
Do you regret having a 3rd kid?
No.
You're happy
about it. She's so sweet.
Wasn't it an accident?
No.
This was planned.
Yeah.
And when you go on talk shows...
more than planned. I mean, she was mixed in a dish.
When you go on talk shows... Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you couldn't get knocked up the regular way?
No, I tried. With the first 2, I had no trouble. And this one, I had to sort of involve a bunch of science.
Oh, wow. So they're your eggs.
Yes. It's all us, which is, nice. And
so that you went somewhere... Mm-hmm. And what happens? Well, Michael has to go into a dish?
He goes into a little room and does his thing, and then
They harvested your eggs?
Yeah, you sort of take a bunch of drugs, and then they take the eggs out of your body, and then they put it in a dish.
How many times did you go through that?
4.
It's very dangerous, I feel. All these drugs.
It's painful, isn't it?
It's a little painful. It's not that painful, but the shots suck. I mean, that sucks, and your hormones go crazy. And you're right; it's probably not good for your body.
No, I'm against it.
I know you are.
I really am.
I know, but I needed that little bit. I just wanted her so much.
I feel a lot of women are going to get issues from these drugs.
Don't
they
say
give
that.
them.
Don't
not
say
you.
that.
Not you.
Not me.
Knock on wood.
Don't say it. I am. I'm knocking on wood right
now.
now.
Go ahead. There is no wood.
That's what. Oh.
I'm sure it's fake.
Shit.
So.
I'm fucked.
Wait a second. So you went through that 4 times. They put these drugs in you, and then you got your baby.
Dr. Ringler, Santa Monica.
Did you want a boy?
No, I didn't care about gender at all. I mean, I really didn't.
You're not disappointed that
no,
you have
I kind
a
of
third
think.
girl?
I mean, I will be when they're teenagers. I know I'm doomed.
Right.
But,
and when you go on talk
now.
shows and you talk about you don't like your second daughter.
I do like her, but I
just give
her shit.
Yeah,
I know.
but
she's a piece of work.
But don't you think she's going to grow up and see that
she
at some
might,
point?
but if she doesn't get the joke, then that's no daughter. I mean, that's just she has to get
You'll
the joke.
disown her.
It's hard to come up with material.
See, people don't understand that. I've explained that
it's
to my
hard to
kids.
come up with bits.
My kids see a lot of my old stuff,
well,
and they go,
have to
"Dad,
just
how
roll
could
with
you
it."
have said this? How could you have said?" I said, "You don't understand.
It's difficult.
It's pressure to come
I
up
don't
with
know how
material."
you do it. You do it every day. I do it once a year.
Right. It's pressure to come up with stuff.
It's hard.
So you would go on these talk shows and you say, "You know, it'd be funny if I said, gee, one of my kids is not that nice."
Well, because parents suck when they talk about their kids. I'm so bored of parents, and like their kids are miracles, and everything they do is interesting.
And they're all geniuses.
And they're not. They're just like everyone else's kids. And yeah, so I think it's more. I think it's sort of refreshing if you hate your kids.
I respect that. You know, whenever I get together with you socially, I notice you never even talk about your kids.
Because no one wants to know.
On purpose, though.
Yeah, because it's aggressive when you start showing pictures of your kids.
But don't you find that you want to talk a little bit about your kids, and then being with me is a drag? Because
no, I don't talk about my kids to anyone unless they ask a specific question. Because I think like people who whip out their iPhone and then start scrolling, I want to blow my brains out.
Yeah, you see, my parents told me that though. You see, and it's not good. My parents used to say, my mother would say, "We hate these people. They carry pictures of their children in their wallets, and they show them to us."
Do you have pictures?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my father goes.
Of course, it has nothing.
Yeah, but
listen, my husband and I can talk about my kids all day long.
Right, the pictures
but that's
are for you.
an appropriate audience.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's what I said.
His parents wouldn't even carry pictures.
No, my father goes, "I won't carry a picture of you. Why would I do that?"
That's different. No,
and
we
I
have a
was
lot
just
of
like,
pictures.
do you hate me?
No.
And you know, when I had my kids, I made a point to carry a picture of them.
Yeah, that's different. Of course,
For
that feels like
myself.
love. Of course, and also for them, so that then they see you have a picture
Yes,
of them.
yes.
No, that's love. But I don't know that you have to share it with everyone else.
Right.
Unless, I mean, Beth is very, very sweet, like perfect manners, and always says, "I need to see an updated photo of Lil." Like she couldn't be
That's
sweeter.
why I love her.
She
because
could not be sweeter.
I
I don't care if she means it or not. It's like lovely. It's
I've
lovely.
blocked out that you have kids. You know what I mean?
I know.
I don't want to know that anyone has
I know.
kids. I
I
don't
know.
give
I
a
get
fuck
it.
to talk about kids. I like Mary when she doesn't have kids.
I know.
And then, but Beth is like an angel.
She's
She'll
so
go,
sweet.
Mary, what
Perfect
do you think?
manners.
What's this one? Lil, I go, who's Lil?
No, she's so sweet. I know. She has perfect manners.
Yeah, right.
No,
She's
you
like-
couldn't have done better. You definitely married
She
well.
knows how to.
She's lovely.
Right.
She's perfect.
No, she's perfect. She asks all the questions.
But I would never offer a picture of Lil unless someone wrote to me specifically, and maybe even 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
and
a lot
said,
of times-
Hey, you never sent that photo. Like, I just think parents bore me with the photos.
Yeah, Beth will complain later when we get home, and then I'll say, well, why did you ask for the picture? She goes, well, I was being nice.
I'm sure. I'm sure, but I do make her ask 2 or 3 times. I don't willy-nilly send
No,
her.
you're smart. You're smart. So the show is ending, and now you're happy because you'll get out into Mexico.
I love the show. I actually have loved it. I mean, I love the part. The show creator wrote a great part for me.
And it
was a
has to
great
be
part.
good money.
It was great money, and it was fun. I work with great people.
I mean, there isn't a time when we're sitting around talking about you. I go, I wonder what Mary got paid to be on In Plain Sight. It had to be some pretty good money.
Yeah,
what do I?
Obsessed with him.
No, I want to know how she's doing. I want to know if she's set up for life.
Fine.
Yeah, are you set up?
Well, for life, no. But I have
No.
3 kids, so I mean that and
And your husband's doing well.
he's doing well.
Is he making some money though?
He is. He's
or
doing
is he walking
great.
around being an artist?
No, he's doing the finale of Smash right now. He's
Right.
directing that.
He's
doing great.
directing that.
He's working, which
All
is
right.
fabulous.
Are you scared now you'll never find work again because all actresses are insecure?
I just signed up to do a half-hour sitcom. Actually,
Oh, wow.
that I've never done. I know.
No kidding.